hitting go live. Going live, going live. The little button saying going live, and you're live.
We are looking live, at least where I am, on Puerto Rico for Backlash. Matt Frivola just hammer-fisted someone to death per the person in my ear, MG Geek. I am Matt Ryan, and this is UFC 289 live on the Mattman podcast platform. Talking to me from my phone is Stephanie Sotilli. She is on location this week. In my ear and in yours is our producer, Nathaniel Gustavio Geek. MG Geek is joining us here on the program as always. And how you doing, MG? How you living?
I'm all right, man. Doing good.
Yeah.
Busy night in the world of combat sport. Busy night for Endeavor.
Endeavor having a coming out party tonight. And also there's a fucking Canelo fight tonight. Not only are we going to see Aljamain Sterling going up against a returning my mind blank, Henry Cejudo in our main event. Not only are we going to see Gilbert Burns and Belal Muhammad finally throw hands. Jessica Andrade is back. We have a Gracie on the card. But right now, Bad Bunny is beating Damian Priest with a kendo stick that may or may not have been given to him by Savio Vega. And Canelo Alvarez is fighting in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. He is fighting at home in his native country for the first time in, I think, a decade. If someone in the chat wants to keep me honest on that, you can do that and, not be an asshole, but be a sweetie and send out the link. Travis Tarr's already in here saying hit the like and spread the word. That's what we want you to do. So please like, comment, subscribe, and share. A Falcon Arrow was just hit by Bad Bunny. Those are words that I said in the year of our Lord 2023, and that was for a 2 count. This is a weird day. But we will be covering UFC 289. The countdown to UFC 300 is on in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And Raiden Thacker in the chat, long time. Hi, Raiden. And if you notice that there's another stream from a place I used to work for, and you want to say, hey, Matt's over here now, I wouldn't be mad at that. Let's just say I wouldn't be mad at that. Brendan Sokler's doing actory and relaxed person things. I'm handling the stream this month. It has been a busy time for us here at the show. MG has his XFL podcast alongside his many duties for Matt Men Wrestling Observer. And I do believe he runs a small fair, like a small crafts fair, like every other month outside of Sheboygan. Yeah. But it has been very busy for me with Catalyst Wrestling, the A7FL, and having a real life job. So it's one of those things where scheduling, not really the best, but Brendan's always a part of the show. Steph's always a part of the show. She's not here. We all work for a puppet. It is very confusing, but we're glad to be with you here on the Matt Men YouTube channel for, I think, our 5th or 6th show here. Since like December, so this would be our 6th show because we've been doing one a month. Second Class Citizen says, hello from Tennessee. I'm going to go say that right now for you. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Second Class Citizen. That's why I love the sweeties, because we've seen Second Class Citizen before in the chat. And if you're new, if you're from here, if you're not from here, it is, Raiden Thacker, you're so sweet. But let's run through the card, and at the top of the hour, we'll be playing the game, how many people and when the first fight's going to happen. We don't really have a good, sitcom franchise name for that, like a morning show. Like, you have the Wake Up Wackadoo every 8:15. We call someone and see if they're a Wackadoo, and they get a free sausage biscuit from the Wawa. Manic energy on and popping tonight. But we start at 145 pounds. It'll be Kron Gracie taking on Charles Jourdain. Kron Gracie, the son of Hickson Gracie. And we'll see what he's able to do in his first fight since losing to Cub Swanson in October of 2019. So 3.5 years since he's been inside the octagon. Charles Jourdain lost his last 2 against Nat Wood and Shane Burgos. This will be an interesting fight to open up the main card. And then we have Movsar Evloev taking on Diego Lopes. It was initially supposed to be Bryce Mitchell. That did not end up happening. It was not, per what I know, a testicle-related accident for my man Bryce. We all know Bryce Mitchell has one ball. He's seen many things, and, well, he's seen them all. But Lopes, it's his UFC debut, winner of his last two, lost the two before that. So he's a streaky fighter, if anything. He's knocked out 8, submitted 11. Evloev has won every one of his fights by unanimous decision. Every UFC fight by unanimous decision. His last stoppage was when he was fighting for M1 Global in Russia back in 2018, and then our co-main event, because when Jessica Andrade is on the card, it is a featured fight. She'll be taking on Xiaonan, and that fight is going to be an interesting one. The last time we saw Jessica Andrade, she tapped out to Erin Blanchfield. And no, Erin Blanchfield is not a made-up name or someone who is a Bob's Burgers character. That is a real fighter. Person has been on television. And then Xiaonan 1-2 in her last 3, majority decision win over Mackenzie Dern in her last fight. And she got knocked out by Carla Esparza and took a split decision loss against Marina Rodriguez. Then our co-main event, which will be 5 rounds. It'll be Gilbert Burns and Belal Muhammad. Muhammad has coming off a TKO of Sean Brady back at UFC 280. He's won 8 of his last 10 with a no contest against champion Leon Edwards and 1 loss to Jeff Neal. For Gilbert Burns, he is coming back to the octagon for after winning his last 2 over Jorge Masvidal by unanimous decision and a submission over Neil Magny. And we want to hear from you guys. Mikey Santellan watching along in the chat and talking to Raiden Thacker. We're building up here, and Raiden Thacker playing the game already, saying 10, 12, and 3 people. Let us know how many people will be making that walk to the octagon, alongside what time that walk to the octagon will be. And just drop by, say hello, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ask questions. Right now, I am watching Damian Priest throw Bad Bunny over a guardrail.
You just said that.
Backlash before this. And Priest working over Bad Bunny, who is wearing, I think, Atomics wrestling shoes, which means he loves the business. Because when you wear wrestling shoes as a wrestler, you're just fully living the gimmick. But Raiden Thacker, Steph is on a weekend vacation, meaning she's off-site, but she is still in the chat. She'll be talking to you guys throughout the show tonight, just not here in the studio, alongside all of the fat baby who is on vacation. I'm alone in the studio, and it's weird. It's like you're talking to yourself, which is something I do no matter what the situation. I'm always talking to myself because I love the sound of my own voice. If you haven't noticed, I'm a bit of an arrogant prick, just a smidgen of arrogant prick, smug asshole. If you had,
just think about it though. This actually allowed you, by doing this, you had to put pants on.
Yeah, I know. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud that I had to put pants on. I'm not proud that I own pants.
Right.
So
but I'm saying, if you were the only one there, you could have done what you
broadcasting
wanted.
is an upper body business. I am wearing basketball shorts under this. Last week, I was doing the A7FL. You can watch it tomorrow on a7fl.tv. Just don't respond to yourself. Oh, buddy, we're long past that. I've been doing radio for 15 years. If you don't think I did the bit where I was one of my own characters, you're sadly mistaken. But I was wearing a pair of jeans that were near the end of their shelf life. I get out of a vehicle where the pants committed suicide. The pair of pants killed themselves.
I've had that happen before.
So I had to send my producer, my friend and yours, Alex Boom Boom Soberman, to not only pick up documents like my prep notes and all this other stuff, because there's no printer, because we do the games from a stadium in Asbury Park that the Yankees did spring training at during the war. The Second World One. Raiden Thacker asking, is the XFL any good? I've not watched a lot of it. Like, from what I watched, it was pretty fun football. I'm spoiled because I work in the A7FL, and I think we're the best spring football in the game. And also, I think that we're just a better type of football. We're a more fun, dynamic style of football. And the XFL has Dwayne and Jen Welter, who I love. Jen Welter's a great coach, but Matt, you're the XFL expert here. You're the X
I was waiting
expert.
for you to throw it over so I could give you. So it's really, really fast paced. There's a lot of different rules. The kickoff rules are different. It's a lot of fun, and it is very fast paced. It's actually gotten better toward the last few games. As they get to the end of the season, the quality of football has gotten better. So I'm actually getting into the game. So first few weeks I wasn't, but here we are. But now it's much better. And I just seen a nut shot from Bad Bunny. Okay, that just happened.
Kicking him right in the beans. Just kicked him right in the face. Right in the face. Like,
oh, here comes
this
crew.
is the
Here comes. This is where it unravels.
Oh, wrestling match going cuckoo banana pants. The hell you say, sir? The hell you say? Also, your TV's faster than mine because I'm a bit behind you, which is usually the inverse of how this
usually
works
it is
here.
the other way, right?
But the entire Judgment Day coming out and just attacking Bad Bunny, beating the ever-loving piss. More live fans, the XFL or the WNBA? Well, I think the WNBA is much more successful than the XFL, and also the audience, depending on scale. Outside of St. Louis is a great market for the XFL. St. Louis is a great market for any football.
Oh, my God. Rich is going to lose his mind. Rich, our other co-host.
Here comes Rey Mysterio? Yeah.
No, you'll see. You'll see why in a second. I'm not going to ruin it for you.
But I think the WNBA is doing a lot of great things. They're making a lot of stars now. They're doing a lot of stuff that, oh my God, it's Savio Vega. Oh my God, it's Carlito. It's Carlito. I saw the Titantron. I thought it was Savio Vega, and I got excited. But it's actually Carlito. Oh, shit, Carly Colon in Puerto Rico. He's in the LWO now. Let's fucking go, kids. I'm Matt Ryan. You're watching the Matt Men YouTube channel. I am by myself in the studio this week. The voice in my head and yours is MG Geek, typing on the zeros and ones in the chat. You be nice. You be fucking nice. I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to you fucks. Stephanie Sotilli in the chat. If you want to donate money, you want to give us some straight cash, homie, do the thing. Donate. Hit the super chat. Steven Carasso. Hey, Matt, welcome back into my living room. Let's get this party started. Let's go. Toker88 in the chat. We've got the long times coming in here as we build up. And if you remember the old place and you want to remind them that we're around, the people watching in that chat, you might see some long times in there. Let them know. And if you see any other ones, they've done it to us before. Why not do it to them? Turnabout's fair play. Bop, it's mine. So come say what's hood and what's good. And these chats are going up on the screen. You see Toker there on your monitor. And if you want to donate to us directly, there's Savio Vega! Savio motherfucking Vega in the year of our Lord 2023. Uncle Savio's back, bitches. Let's go. Hey, Stanley Franklin. Also, I just love Savio Vega as a person because I worked with him when I was at MLW. And Savio was just always a cool fucking dude. So always great to see. They're under a new name now. If you take a look. But yeah, that's pretty cool. We're switching screens now because it's almost the top of the hour, and we got to get through the game. So we've already had someone in the chat say 10, 12, and 3 people. I was rating Thrakrar. I've been saying it wrong for like a year and a half. It's Thrakrar. I'm sorry, buddy. But we've got Stanley Franklin in there, Mikey Santellan, the Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour. That threat, baby, coming live at you. talking on the motherfucking internet. And if you want to donate to the super chat and you want some incentive, you want me to do something silly like sing a song, that's $20. So you donate to the super chat, donate $20, I'll do that. If you want me to shave a mustache, just get rid of this, that's $75. One donation of $75. And I'll do it on the air, too. I'll get a bowl, Steph. Don't worry, I'll get a bowl. Get a bowl. But it is the top of the hour here in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. We're getting ready for UFC 289. And it's airing on the pay-per-view. Drop your questions in the chat. Drop your comments, your predictions. Maybe a recipe. If you know how to make homemade barbecue sauce, drop some recipes in the chat. Toker saying 10-15 and 4. The game kind of comes down to between 10-15 and 10-18. And Felipe Colares, who recently passed away, they have a in memory of signature. Fuck, he was 90. He was 29. That's fucking heartbreaking. That's one of the shitty things about this is that how much for a shoey? I do have beer. $150. $150. I'll do a shoey out of one of my own shoes. It'll probably be a dress shoe because, goodness gracious, I don't wear those much and really don't want to get athlete's mouth. Athlete's mouth does sound like someone who would be watching this channel right now. I feel like athlete's mouth is a subscriber. And not only a subscriber, they've joined the Matmen fan club. They've got the secret decoder ring. They've got the whole deal. Let's talk about for a second how fucking ridiculous it is that Henry Cejudo is back. As if nothing happened.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
He dipped from the sport. He did a hood rat Andy Kaufman bit for a while. Got weird. COVID happened. Well, COVID was going on during this. But to go from what he was when he won the championship the first time inside Barclays Center to now going up against Aljamain Sterling in Newark, this is down the road from us at the studio. We could take the show live and do it from what was the Dinosaur Barbecue in front of the Prudential Center.
Nice.
But yeah, Cejudo looks amazing, but he hasn't fought in 3 years. Hey, Faux Sushi in the chat, Steph's favorite chatter. What? How the fuck? It's like when Ronda came back or when Conor came back against non-Cowboy Cerrone competition. That time away, people level up. The thing that I think we recognize as fans of combat sports. What happened? It was on a thing here, Matt.
I just seen Bad Bunny hit a Canadian destroyer on Damian Priest.
God bless America. Steven Carasso sending me a barbecue sauce recipe he uses in his restaurant. Say less. Say less, my brother. But Cejudo, there's levels. The combat sports, mixed martial arts is the fastest growing, fastest evolving sport of any sport. The way we look at the sport, the way you train for it has evolved, and it's evolving astronomically fast. I don't know if Cejudo, with that time away, will be as effective as when he was at his peak. I think that time off is a costly thing because you can't, once you stop, you can't start again. It's like watching Black Flag on a reunion tour. They're playing the same songs, but it doesn't have the same energy. It doesn't have the same cadence. You stopped. You're different people. You're a different fighter. This is a different sport. I don't know if it's a sliding doors thing. I could be wrong. I am not the most adept MMA analyst. People watch me because I'm funny and I yell at you. I'm not sure you watch me for my insight. And Faux Sushi, I know he's
on that.
He is an Olympic athlete. I just want to address this and I'll go to you. He is an Olympic athlete. And Trigger D is back. Trigger, we were worried. We were worried. We were scared. We needed proof of life. The ice cream truck's outside, but they are in the Brick City, and it took them 5 minutes to open this fucking pay-per-view. He has been a trainer, so he is half in the game, but Conor was in training camps too when he was at fights. Like, I want to say you're right, but I also see this as a legitimate concern. If anybody wants something from the ice cream truck, let me know. Just drop it in the super chat. They take Zelle. This ice cream truck takes Zelle, which is such a weird thing. Matt, what was your question?
So if I recall, Cejudo was the flyweight champ, right? After
he was a dual weight champ. He was flyweight and bantamweight. Yeah. He held two belts.
Now he's fighting at bantamweight or one higher.
Yeah, he held the flyweight and bantamweight titles.
For some reason I thought this was 145, not 135.
No, it is not 145. No.
Okay, because that's what was confusing me. Okay, cleared up that mess. All right, cool.
Damn, Stanley saying he was a friend of the government. He was staying at the Iron Hotel. And it's the three bald boys calling it for the main broadcast. It's Rogan, Anik, and Cormier, which does sound like a ambulance chaser law firm in downtown Newark. But Trigger, we're glad you're here. We're glad you're safe, and we're glad you're back. How ridiculous is your parlay this time? That's my only question to you. We're glad you're back. We're glad you're safe. You're more than likely still handsome. Hopefully it wasn't for something too egregious. Did you punch a mime? Just say yes or no if you punched a mime. I feel like we can get a sentence commuted from mime punching. And be a part of the conversation. Like, comment, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at Matt Ryan Yells. That is Matt Ryan Yells on Twitter. You can follow Steph at Steph Sotilli. You can follow MG Geek at 2 Fight Forever. Mikey Santellan saying, our ice cream guys serve bags of hot Cheetos filled with nacho cheese. What magical world are you talking about, Mikey? Where is this wonderful place, and why are we not there now? And yeah, free trigger. That was, I think, a hashtag at one point last time we were on the air. You guys can keep me honest. Super Kami Guru back. He wants a lemon great white pop. That's damn it. Now I want a milkshake. I'll get a milkshake later. I'll get a milkshake after the show, because that's what I need before I get 5 hours of sleep is a fucking chocolate milkshake. I am a mess. Trigger D picked Kennedy, Frivola, Andrade, Aljo, Burns, and the Russian guy. That also sounds like a law firm. Or just like the names of bands at a Brooklyn-based festival. Like that would be a festival here in New York. Come on down this weekend. Come see Kennedy, Frivola, Andrade, Aljo, and Burns and the Russian guy. That's at Douche Fest at the Prospect Park Bandshell. Young Ed saying Burns and CCC. Wow, picking Triple C. And Gilbert Burns. I could see Burns winning in the co-main. I'm not completely sold because you know me. I'm fence sitter Matt. I see all sides because it is kind of my job. Shout out to the public defenders in the 209. Jesus, buddy. Cejudo's the minus 120 favorite. What the fuck?
Wow. That doesn't seem like it
plus
should be
one.
that,
Is
right?
that plus 100? That's plus 100, Matt. I can't see. My TV's too far away. But I think that's a plus 100 underdog. That's solid money on Aljo. Like that would get. I would bite on that if I was throwing that in a parlay.
That's
fuck
screaming. Somebody knows something is what that is.
Yeah.
That's one of those lines where you go, huh.
The Thracker picking Belal in Triple C. Drop your predictions in the chat. We'll go through them throughout the night. And if you have something you really want me to sing, donate $20 to the chat. Stanley Franklin, yeah, this card does seem like a borderline pay-per-view. Injuries happened. A bunch of different nonsense went down. But more importantly, yeah, this just feels like an obligatory card. Like, this feels like a really fun fight night card outside of the main event because of the fighter that's coming back and also because it's a title fight. Trigger D getting Kron by sub. I don't know. Maybe Dom. I'm not sure. But Raiden Thrakar. Thrakrar. I got to get used to saying that right. Thrakrar. So the co-main's the better fight. It's the more interesting fight because it has our buddy Gilbert Burns, not Gilbert Melendez or Trigbert Melendez or whatever the fuck it is. But it is real. It's a real fun fight. It's a real exciting fight. And it's a kingmaker, it's a gatekeeper fight for both of these guys. Bryce falling off the edge of the earth. Yes, he did it. He drove to the end of the flat earth. God bless him. Young Ed, it's not pay-per-view, I don't think. Well, the money in my bank account that went away for this fight disagrees with you. That $80 PayPal charge is real, buddy. That's a real charge, and that's why you are listening to me talking my television. We didn't do the game yet, but let's do the parlay real quick. I have 10-15 and 3 people. Plus 100 for Aljo, plus 120 from Belal, plus 145 for Yan Xiaonan to beat Andrade. That is the underdog parlay. $100 would win you $978. And Trigger D hearing all the hoochie screaming out West Side. This is weird. This is weird being alone for this. I'm just going to be transparent. I started in radio, though, talking to nobody. Like, that's the weird thing is, yeah, like I'm conditioned. Like, I was conditioned initially to talk to nobody. Stephen Kelleher, dude, if I knew where you were, I'd drop you some cash. We're going to get a Trigger D bail fund going here? Are we going to try to get him and a lawyer from Anik, Rogan, and Cormier?
Oh, God. Tie it all in. That's great.
Mikey Santellan, for real, Kron always looks super pissed off. The dude's name is Kron. That's the name of he's a Gracie with a Bond villain name. Or like he should be in the MCU chasing Doctor Strange or somebody else. Like, so he should be
where does he land on the I'm sorry. Where does he land on the Gracie family tree?
3rd generation. He's the son of Hicks and Gracie. The grandson, I believe, of the Gracie. Not the father of the Gracies, the one who worked with Semaphore Entertainment Group to make the UFC happen. Young Eds. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. But it's Jourdain versus Gracie to open up the card here on the Matt Men YouTube channel. For some reason, I'm Matt Ryan, your host. It's the first time Kron Gracie will enter an octagon since 2019, and I swear to God, the image they started this video package with, and Steph, I need you to confirm this, was the shot of when the UFC was on Friends. Because the way they did the jib pan looked way too nice for the cameras that Semaphore had in the late 90s or even mid-90s. Charles Air Jourdain. Oh, I get it, because of Jordan. Looks like his hair's drawn in. He looks like H3 if he got really skinny. Which is a weird thing to say, but I think history will prove me right here. But Jourdain fighting out of Quebec, Canada. He trained under Fabio Hollanda in BJJ. He's got a black belt. Loser of his last 2 to Nathaniel Wood and Shane Burgos. Wood by unanimous decision. Burgos by majority decision. His last win was over Lando Venata by submission. This is the first time he's fighting on a numbered UFC card, not including prelims per my research. Which is extensive. This is the first time he's fighting on a main UFC card, or I mean a numbered card in any capacity. He pantsed a man once in a fight. Just saw that happen. That was interesting. According to Stephanie Sotilli, they never showed Pete in the ring, in the octagon, actually fighting on Friends. And it is 10:14, so closest to the hole. Nobody else but me played the game on the show. So technically I win. Undefeated, never lost. Checking in on on the chat here. Long on chronic. Does sound like a new strain. Trigger's going to Mexico if this parlay hits. Charles Jourdain making his walk to the octagon. But I was right, wasn't I, Steph? Was that a shot from it? Young Ed, you're already in Mexico. Trigger D, all my friends are short as fuck. Stephen Kelleher, you get them in 5-gallon buckets? What? That, I can't. I'm so jealous. I'm so very jealous. It's getting ready for our first fight of the night. I'm Matt Ryan, and I'm so glad all you fucks are joining me. It's a fight at 145 pounds. And Jourdain, the 6th largest significant strike differential in featherweight history, plus 203 significant strikes per minute, the 7th highest significant strike weight rate in featherweight history, 8.06 per minute, has finished 12 of his 13 wins, 8 by knockouts, 4 by submission. Well, Steph keeping me honest here. I was wrong. So they actually did show things. If he can't hide his ass crack, he can't defend the armbar. I did hear a Gracie say that once. Trigger D, this is the second time somebody's mentioned the WNBA. What the fuck is something happened with the WNBA today? Sitting on pounds. Damn, Steve. That's just mean. Just hurting my feelings. The UFC is going to turn 30 this year, which is weird. Right? Like, it's weird seeing a sport completely develop in our lifetime and go from this pay-per-view oddity to the cornerstone of a multi-billion-dollar business venture, and Kron Gracie walking to the ring looking like a lot of indie workers I know, which is very startling. I wouldn't say that, Raiden, that everybody has their opinion. I just don't watch it. But just didn't know if something happened or not. But go Liberty is my thing. And taking a look here at the chat, Jazz Cabbage is a good name for it. Who do you think's going to win this fight? This is the one of 5 Gracies to compete in the UFC. I've always found it interesting that fighters like Neiman Gracie and others haven't gone to the UFC and have stuck to Bellator or primarily worked in Japan. I know back in the 90s, it was a lot more money in Japan, and the UFC didn't have the amount of money to compete with Japanese MMA at the time. But props here. Gracie to win by submission, plus 225. Jourdain to win, by KO or TKO is at plus 125. Matt Ryan riding with you here, checking in the chat. Stephen Kelleher, I'm sorry, man. Hopefully everything gets better. Shout out to you, buddy. You know, you're a sweetie. You're a good dude, and you're always a fun person to have in the chat. Hopefully you feel better, and any way we can make your day brighter, please. That's what we try to do here. Toker88 predicting Kron in the 3rd. Young Ed, Kron subbing in the 1st to subbing Jourdain in the 1st. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Kron Gracie, 34. He's my age. I feel very bad about myself. Jourdain, 27. Both 5'9", both 145. Gracie with the slight reach advantage, 70 inches to 69 for Jourdain. Nice. And Thacker saying this is the worst one, but they're giving him a tin can to fight in Jourdain. And Bruce Buffer keeping it subtle tonight. Got the black suit with the burgundy lapels, the burgundy tie. He is looking like he is going to Tao after the show to try to hit on some sugar babies. And Jourdain and Kron Gracie getting ready to face off in Newark. A dude from French Canada and a Brazilian fighting on Broad Street in Newark is something I witnessed once while trying to catch the PATH train, because that is also a place to get dropped off to go to Newark Airport. So we have seen that happen before. And Kron's dad, yeah, Hickson was a mean dude. A very, very mean man. And Kron Gracie just looks like he doesn't enjoy being around people. He just wants to do his job and go the fuck home. Stanley Franklin, the more lavish jackets, the better cards. You are correct. But since we've done this, and guys like Toker, Steven, Raiden, even Marathon Refrigeration, when we see him, Fosushi, Gary Copeland looking like a jacked up Dwayne Bruce is our official for this fight. We usually get a little more than we expect from underperforming cards. We usually have a pretty fun time, and it is round one. Jourdain will take to the center of the octagon, standing inside the monster can. It's not the monster logo anymore. It's a monster can. Jourdain leading with his left. Through a couple of strikes, trying to circle now. 4:38 left to go in the first. Giant Leprechaun. Yeah, well, that was my hip-hop name. Right and the left, not getting through from Jourdain. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, donate to the super chat. Jourdain lighting up on a 5-strike combination, leading with right uppercuts and then landing the left hand. Standing in the center of the octagon, Gracie trying to utilize that 1-inch reach to play keep away with Jourdain. Right hand now, Jourdain pressed up against the fence. Gracie trying to grapple, fuck him to the ground. Right hand by Jourdain in the clinch. Trying to go for the collar and elbow is Gracie, now trying to drive the shoulder in. Grapevining the leg, switching is Jourdain. Jourdain finding a way out of it and gets back to the center of the octagon. Gracie knuckles up and gets tossed to the ground by Jourdain. Covering up is Kron Gracie. 3:43 left to go in round number one. Push kick by Gracie. Once again, trying to go into the grapple. Jourdain just runs away from him to get back to center. Kick to the angle by Gracie. Jourdain back to the octagon wall. 3:21 left to go. Feigning right hands by Gracie. Push kick by Gracie. Once again, a push kick. Back to the center of the octagon. Jourdain lands a right hand. That gets Gracie to cover up. 3:03. And not the emo band left to go in round number one. Left hand by Jourdain. Will we see a dick kick? Hashtag for the old school. Kick by and Gracie gets kicked and lands a kick, pardon me, then gets caught in the single tie and gets 4 punches to the face from Jourdain. Gracie showing some of the rust here. First fight since 2019. And Jourdain outclassing him early. Shout out to Stephen Kelleher donating $5 to the cause. Straight cash, homie. Going into the tie-up. But right hands for Kelleher. Gracie pops down. And Kelleher goes with him. And now, wrapped around the midsection is Kron Gracie of Jourdain. But Gracie on his back. Trying to stop this here in round number one. Trying to grapple fuck his way to a victory. Gracie grapevining and squeezing right above the rib cage of Jourdain. 2 minutes now left to go in round number one. Gracie holding down and squeezing on Jourdain, now trying to get inside potentially for a submission. Gracie continuing to climb and wrap himself around like a Brazilian anaconda on Charles Jourdain. Climbing up. Gracie gets onto the shoulder of Jourdain. Jourdain gets him off, but trying to climb up the body. Kicks to the back now by Gracie. While some may predict a Gracie breakdown, he is controlling the pace here, dominating from the bottom, like some people I know. And with 1:11 left to go in the round, trying to drag every last breath out of Charles Jourdain. Jourdain pops up and gets away and gets back to a standing base. Now Gracie scooting against the octagon canvas as if he were Fat Baby Olive after a long walk. 49 seconds left to go. Throws the straight left. Does Jourdain push kick attempt by Gracie? Jourdain evades. Gracie again pulls in Jourdain into the octagon wall. 35 seconds left to go. Jourdain trying to go for another takedown. Thank you if you're just joining us here. 30 seconds left to go. Hashtag power bottom Kron dog. Very much yes, sir. Gracie eats a right hand, then a left hand. 16 seconds left to go in round number 1 between Gracie and Jourdain. 8 seconds now. Kick to the knee by Gracie, and that will be another epic combination from Jourdain, throwing a little wild there, and that'll be the end of round number 1 here in Newark. Gracie looking a little tired there. Might need some of that prime whatever the fuck that is being drank by every UFC fighter now. That's from Logan Paul. Smish that like button. Ring the notification bell so you know when we're live with Matt Men, the XFL podcast, the Dancing Time Story Hour, which is just MG reading to himself while rocking in the fetal position, and this show. Let me know your thoughts on that round. I felt it was very even. If the judges are going to give anything on that and being a 10-9 round, Jourdain might have won it here.
Here's your stats, Matt.
Thank you.
For the first round. Yep.
We're
professional here.
What do you got for me? Yeah, we're a whole setup here. Gracie landing 44 of 62 strikes. Jourdain landing 31 of 58. Got the no takedown attempt, which is interesting, but control time was 133 to 29. And we're back here in round number 2. Standing in the center of the octagon. 445 kick to the leg by Gracie, missing by Jourdain, who landed a couple of shots. And now Gracie going in again for the takedown, trying to evade is Jourdain. He is on his bicycle. He is cha-cha sliding away from competitors. Push kick by Gracie. Pressed up against the fence now is Jourdain. .411 left to go. Now wearing him like a papoose is Jourdain. Now up against what we'd consider to be the turnbuckle of the octagon. And this is just impressive core strength by Jourdain, but he finally lets Gracie go and he drops with him. Falling down the haunted elevator inside the octagon at the Prudential Center. 3:44 left to go. And it is interesting that Gracie landed more shots there. Trying to climb up the body is Gracie on Jourdain. Trying to get over that shoulder. Maybe go for a triangle. Maybe just try to pull for an armbar. Maybe just create that space and get anything he can. Try to get the submission. 3:16, what left to go in round number 2 of 3 in the featherweight division. Both men just throwing shots with impunity on the ground. Gracie on the bottom, Jourdain on top, not able to posture up. But it does look like a position you would read in a health book in high school. Well, a good high school. And once again, Gracie trying to climb up the body, holding tight. Trying to land shots where he can. 2:39 now left to go in the round. Follow me on the Twitter machine at Matt Ryan Yells. And again, Gracie trying to hold Jourdain there, keep him from standing back up and getting this fight on the back of an even keel. Stanley Franklin, all the Gracie talk is taking me back to when the Gracies fought Shamrock. Oh, that's that good shit. Trying to go Kelleher calling out a standing guillotine attempt. 205 now. And now this is the Mormon position into the friendly aunt, which is just the legs akimbo popping up. There is no thing as called the friendly aunt. I just like being cheeky.
You like making stuff up. Good for you.
Oh, that's 90% of this job. It's bullshit and tomfuckery. Minute 40 left to go. The live odds are Gracie plus 300, Jourdain minus 400. So the judge is seeing what I'm seeing here. Gracie just looking tired, red in the face. He is walking back like Jason at the end of a Friday the 13th movie. Right hands again from Jourdain, landing in that uppercut. Tracing around here. 29 distance head strikes thrown by Jourdain, only 2 by Gracie. Fuck me running. This is a monumental round for Jourdain. People thought he was a tin can. Now he's proven that he's got something rattling around in there. Gracie finally lands a strike, hits a left hand on the side of the head of Jourdain. Pressed up against the fence. Jourdain locking his hands. Gracie pulls down, takes Jourdain with him. Once again in the friendly aunt position. Trying to pop his hips up and climb up the body, but Jourdain's arms are held in place by Gracie. So he's got to slip his leg through a seam between his body and Jourdain's. Jourdain fighting back here, trying to scramble as pressure mounts with 5 seconds left to go. Forearm by Jourdain, and we will go to the third and final round in Newark. I'm Matt Ryan, and you're watching UFC 288. We're watching along here on the Matt Men YouTube channel. Glad you're joining us, whether you're a long-time listener or first time or last time. We're glad you're spending the time. Triggedy, just see red, bro. Is Kron wearing Tim's? I wish. And Trigger, I want a kick to the dick too. We all want a kick to the dick. Can you demonstrate these positions with Brendan when he gets back? I think his girlfriend would not be happy about that. I wouldn't be happy about that. I love Brendan. But no. Damn it, Cronathan. Cronathan's a good name. I'd name a kid Cronathan. Wouldn't be my kid, but I'd name a kid Cronathan. Next time we're with you, Saturday, June 10th, it'll be Irene Aldana taking on Amanda Nunes. That is when we are with you again, Saturday, June 10th. That'll be 9:45 Eastern right here on the Matt Men YouTube channel. Standing in, keeps it moving now. Standing in the center of the octagon, both fighters. Gracie trying to control the pace and take the victory here in Newark. Right uppercut and overhand left landed by Jourdain. Right jab landed by Gracie. Jourdain gets a shot. He eats a shot and gets sent back by Gracie. 421. Now 420, blaze him if you got him. And pressing into this is Jourdain, landing strikes, not with impunity, but getting shots in. Gracie once again papooses him, and I'm not talking about the rapper, and Jourdain gets away. 4 minutes left to go. Trigger D, Gracie by way of diaphragm breathing. Jesus, Mary Mother. Right uppercut landed by Jourdain after the overhand left. Right hand missed by Gracie. 3:45 left to go in the third and final round. We've got someone trying to post sneaky links. If the chat people can catch that. 3:35 left to go. $3:20 left to go in the round. Shout out to Young Ed donating $5. Smash that like button. Ring that bell. Be fun. Be handsome. Be a sweetie. And it seems like that was handled. Thank you. 3 minutes left to go in the round. Gracie once again pulling Jourdain back to the ground. Trying to ride this fight out and maybe pull out a submission. Young Ed donating $5 to the cause. Ankle pick that like button, ring that bell. Goddamn right, Trigger D. 2:38 left to go. This featherweight battle. Straight cash homie. I miss my soundboard so much. I miss playing it for you guys. But Gracie wants to just holding him there. Jourdain landing shots to the ribs. Gracie landing shots of his own is infrequently. Trying to climb the body is Gracie, or just hold him there. I think he's just holding him there. I don't know at this point. Like, at some point, if you played some smooth jazz or some Bobby Womack, the mood changes here because they've just been stuck in this position. It is a loveless marriage right now between these two fighters. Minute 55 left to go, and both of these guys throwing shots. They're landing. They're throwing shots here, but they are just jiu-jitsuing the fuck out of one another. With Gracie just holding him in place. Trying to ride out the final 139 of this fight. Jourdain covering his ears. And now Jourdain back to a standing position, kicking Gracie, who's on the ground, who's scooting towards him. Jourdain landing a couple of shots, just landing, but Gracie landing those push kicks to the knee, trying to dislocate that knee, and Jourdain just spamming kicks. Be sure to hit that like button, ring that notification bell, subscribe, and Gracie finally standing back up. 1 minute left in the third round. Lefts and rights to the body by Jourdain, not landing that right jab to the head of Kron Gracie, but lefts and rights to the body landed by Jourdain. Gracie landing 19 of 50, 38%. Jourdain 52 of 129. So not only did he land more than Gracie threw, he tripled the output in terms of thrown shots. That's fucking nuts. 25 seconds now left to go in the round. Overhand left thrown by Jourdain. Left hand by Jourdain. 9 seconds left to go before we go to the scorecards. Kron is not the chosen one. Flying knee by Jourdain lands in the strikes, and Gracie daps up Jourdain, and Charles Jourdain, have yourself a fucking day, pal. He got taken down by Gracie, but if you look at the stats, and we'll bring them up, it'll be interesting to see if Kron Gracie gets a win here, because Jourdain, despite the time that Gracie would get him to the ground, those shots thrown by Jourdain look like they hurt Gracie. And the takedowns were the best opportunity for Gracie, but Jourdain stopped them, stifled them, was able to not have that submission. We'll take a look at the stats here. Yeah, you see Gracie landing 169 of 22 in terms of total strikes. Charles Jourdain, 144 of 232. I feel like these stats are switched. Like, where are you getting these stats from, Matt?
ESPN.
Okay, so either ESPN fucked up. Because they're saying that Jourdain had 6 minutes and 48 seconds of ground control, and Kron Gracie only had 43. So I am very confused by that.
I think that was right, though, to be honest with you. as odd as that sounds, but
That's very odd.
I'm seeing a lot of this. Um, this comes from Twitter. One of the people covering it. This seems to be a popular score: 30-27, Jourdain.
30-27, Jourdain. Let's go to the scorecards from Bruce Buffer. All three judges will score this one 30-27. Jourdain sweeping the scorecard, sweeping not only the judges, but all three rounds. A very emphatic victory for Charles Jourdain. Trigger D, Judge Stephen A. Smith scores to about 30-25 Gracie.
Just go away. Jesus.
My Lord. Jourdain talking now to I almost said Dana White because he and Joe Rogan just look so much alike now. It is concerning. And one member of Jourdain's team is holding out a cell phone for some reason. I don't know if he's taking video of Jourdain talking with Joe Rogan. Kron can't go home now. Yeah, no, he's got to change his name, and that's by unanimous decision. Jourdain winning by unanimous decision here tonight. I'm Matt Ryan. You're watching the Matt Men YouTube channel. Bonnie S. Campbell. Hi, Matt. Just wondering if we're the only ones who try to find your site, just so you know it's hard for others to find. Living in Canada may cause troubles. I'm not sure about that, but if there are other streams, share this link on your social media. Throw this up, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel so you know when we go live. You ring the notification bell. That means you're going to be listening. You'll be able to know when we're live every single show, not only for this, but for Matt Men and for all the other programs here on the channel. You get Matt Men a couple of times a week, so it's it's free. It's free people talking to you. We all need that. We all need a friend to talk to you. You're my friends. I'm talking at you, but you're talking to me through the chat. Raiden Thracker. Raiden Thacker donating $19.99 to the cause. That's $19.99. Steph, I need confirmation. Does that mean this young man gets a song? Let me know in the chat ski. But Charles Jourdain and his collection of very Canadian-looking people in his team. And there's Aaron Blanchfield, who choked out, who submitted Jessica Andrade in the crowd. There's JWoww and two other people whom I don't know, or I can't discern who. Jim Miller, he's fighting in June. UFC native veteran. Frankie Edgar, New Jersey native, former UFC lightweight champion in the building for this one. Cronbert El Nino Melense from Trigger D in the chat. The next fight night card is Almeida versus Rosenstruik. And it's got Anthony Smith versus Johnny Walker. Like, what? Mackenzie Dern versus Angela Hill. Why aren't these fights on this fucking card? Why are they on this random-ass ABC card at 3 in the afternoon on a Saturday? At the Spectrum Center.
Again?
Which I think is in Charlotte. No, it's a fucking fight night card. Why are they doing fight night cards?
We're not doing a UFC card. Is it is it an ABC card, though? Is it on ABC? Because that's what they've been doing.
I said that. I said that numerous times.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. But they've been doing the ABC cards in the afternoon for some reason.
Yeah. I think it's to help them with lead-ins for stuff.
Right.
Trigger D with a great one. Miller versus Cerrone. Someone's 17's got to go. Raiden Thacker wants me to sing It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls. And I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it in a special way to honor the late, great Patrice O'Neal. It's raining stuff. Hallelujah. It's raining things. Hey, man. Ow. Ouch. Ouch and ooh. Watch out, motherfucker, you. It's raining things. Ow. There we go. Hopefully that was worth your money.
I have nightmares. They're building.
We've got guys, and we've got Steven and Trigadier going to have a friend date. That's adorable. That's adorable. And Raiden, I'm glad that was worth it. If you want me to sing a song, donate $19.99 or better into the super chat. It's got to be $19.99 because that's technically $20. So that's what, $20 and up. I love this job sometimes because it's just fucking ridiculous. Coming up next is Evloev versus Diego Lopes. Another battle here on the undercard at 145 pounds on the main card, but one of the undercard fights on the main card. Evloev has an emo swoop, and he's a Russian. Oh, no, that's Lopes. He's a Brazilian with an emo swoop, and that frightens me. Emo people should not know jiu-jitsu. I feel like there's a Rubicon to where if you become emo, you should not be able to be that strong because then you're too powerful. You get all the hot topic powers and then you're able to smash people. That's not fair. It would have cooler walkout music. Like if they were all emo, like people walk out songs to him. I'm surprised that hasn't happened at this point. Like no fighters come out to Taking Back Sunday or My Chemical Romance or some nonsense. Like what's going on here? I want an investigation. New Endeavor management. Give me more emo walkouts. Not Screamo, though. Evloev better not lose to the anime guy. That's a take there. But I'm Matt Ryan calling the action here. Stephanie Sotilli in the chat. MG Geek in my ear and yours. He's our producer this evening. And if he got something funny to say, he'll post it in the chat ski. And Young Ed saying, can't wait to see either fighter tonight beat O'Malley. Yeah. God damn, that emo swoop is even more present. Motherfucker looks like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3. It is unsettling. Steph, put it in the chat. Should UFC fighters have emo haircuts? Yes or no? It is. I feel like it's the important question to ask. It's either the emo or the Bieber. I can't, and it's got a mullet component to it too. I'm confused. This hair is confused and broken me. Diego Lopes, winner of his last two, but lost the two before that. Both of those losses by decision. It's his UFC debut. And cannot wait to see. And shout out again to our donations tonight from Stephen Kelleher, Young Ed, and Raiden Thacker. And if you want to donate to the cause, hit the super chat button and go to patreon.com/Dan A. White. That's patreon.com/Dan A. White. O'Malley's going to get cooked. And yes, this guy said Spider-Man 3. He said Spider-Man 3. Trigger D, that's the welcome to Utah haircut. They hand you a white dress shirt, a black name placard, your brother Himothy, no matter what. Like you just get a name. It's like when you going to Utah is kind of like going to Ellis Island and you get your Mormon name. What haircut should UFC fighters have? Steph improving the poll here. We've got the emo, the Caesar, the mullet, or the rat tail. So place your vote now. Drop your selection. And let us know your thoughts. Lopes making his walk into the octagon ski. And so fun. So glad to be with you guys here again. We're growing an audience, so tell people. Get on your phone. Go on to Twitter and say, hello, I'm very pretty. I'm listening to Matt Ryan. Listen to Matt Ryan with me. I want you to tweet that out exactly. Do that. Tweet, I'm very pretty, and I'm listening to the very pretty Matt Ryan on the Matt Men YouTube channel for UFC 288. Use the hashtag for discoverability and drop the link in there.
No shame whatsoever. None.
Fuck shame. We're on the internet. Oh, we got an improvement. Getting rid of the Caesar and bald with tattoos. Ooh. Movsar Evloev. This is going to be a tough fight for me. Already can see it. Fights out of American Top Team, but he is from Ingushetia, Russia. Has won every fight in the UFC by unanimous decision. His last stoppage was in 2018 in M1. So that was 5 years. He has not had a stoppage win in 5 years. That is an interesting choice. Right now, in our poll, what haircut should UFC fighters have? Emo leading the way, 38%. Mullet, 25%. Tied with the rat tail. Bald with tattoos, only at 12%. So we'll see what that one. Trigger D predicting Elvis by KO.
Meanwhile, one of the most classic, most famous UFC heavyweights is entering the ring.
Yes, so Brooke. How long ago did the other match end? Because we were in that match at the top of the hour.
No, you forgot. You forgot about the 6-man.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah, you forgot about that match. That match went 30 minutes, like 30 minutes. So, so this match is just started.
The 6-man went 30 minutes.
Yeah, it went a while. I don't know exactly how long.
Heels up.
It went the whole last fight and part of the other part of the and the lead up to that fight.
Well, let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Lopes 28, Evloev 29. Lopes with the significant height advantage. Evloev 5'7". Lopes 5'8". Lopes 146 to 145. Both have a 72.5-inch reach advantage. Toker 88 with the controversial opinion that bald with tattoos is overrated. And then Stephen Kelleher just hurt. Now you hurt his feelings. Now you got to apologize. Lopes now fighting out of Puebla, Mexico. He is the plus 625 underdog. My man is the plus 625 underdog. Would you bet against a man with that haircut? Would you? He decided to look like that. He knew he was getting his picture taken today. And he just, Evloev does also have the same. He's got a Lego haircut. And he's the minus 900 favorite. So I'm going to stop talking shit about him now. Because I like living.
Whatever happened to the good old-fashioned braids?
Well, certain fighters have that.
Yeah.
His hair. Would I love to see Evloev in cornrows? Yes. I would pay money to see that. I would pay American money.
I used to love when Uriah Faber had that look back in the day.
Mm. Looking like Beyonce in the Survivor video?
Yeah, he looked like the girls.
That was a disturbing noise you made. The girls. Don't know what that was, but I didn't like it.
I was actually trying to mock our boss, trying to mimic me.
Well, I don't work for him. I work for a puppet.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Well, I haven't. They text me every day. It's concerning. Right hand by Lopes. Standing in the center of the octagon are both fighters. Evloev on his bicycle. Lopes does a 1-2. Evloev trying to go for the takedown, then misses with some wild strikes. Lopes catches Evloev. Evloev on his back foot. Evloev throwing some wild strikes. It's been 5 years since he's knocked out a man, and he's yet to take a loss. Overhand right into the trip takedown by Evloev. Lopes now trying to pull a submission. He's got the ankle of Evloev. Evloev trying to stand up. Lopes now trying to take the back. Now into a goddamn magistral by Evloev, and now he and Lopes are punching each other in the face. And now there's a goddamn regal stretch. The fight does and now Lopes on the bottom, trying to climb up Evloev. He's got his arms on his ankle on his shoulder, so you know it's a good Saturday night in Newark. Evloev now landing right hands to the body, trying to open up Lopes with 3:24 left to go in the first round. Postures up, but has to go right back down. Right hand from Evloev. Point of the elbow going to the head of the Russian by the Brazilian. 3:13 left to go in the first round. Lopes on the bottom, Evloev on top. And I'm not talking about your slash fiction. 3:01 now left to go in the round. Trying to climb up the body. Right hands from Evloev by Lopes. Now trying to turn over is Lopes with his legs still wrapped around Evloev. Trying to turn, pop, and twist is Lopes, and Evloev with hammer fist, just dropping that left hand down onto the face, into the stomach. More left hand from Evloev. 2:16 left to go. Lopes holding on for dear life. With Evloev on top of him, climbs up the body, but Evloev pulls through, and now he's got the arm. Lopes has got the arm. He's trying to pull the arm bar. He doesn't have the full extension. Evloev in the goddamn fatal position, switches out of it, now he's on top. Holy shit, dicks. Right hands from Evloev.
I'm submitting that patent for you right now, by the way.
Thank you.
Shit dicks. It's yours.
They're dicks that shit. It's just Richard Nixon action figures where they have the poop function. Baru. Evloev on top, and now trying to get on top of Lopes. Lopes climbing up the body. But now Evloev pulled back in by Lopes with 1:13 left to go in the round, Henry. Both men still in the same position. Evloev landing some devastating strikes. Overhand right from the fucking mount. Trying to posture up, driving his head into the body of Lopes with 50 seconds left to go in the round. Right hands and to the body and to the head of Lopes. Trying to climb up the body again is the Brazilian, who now fights out of Mexico. Turning through, now looks like he's breakdancing, trying to get into position and pull a unique submission is Lopes on Evloev. 28 seconds left to go now. Evloev seeing the opening, throwing shots at Lopes, who is resting on his right shoulder and his neck. He was bridging off his shoulder and his neck to try to pull a submission. Now, once again, back on the bottom, trying to transition over into the side. Lopes being lit up here with 7 seconds left to go. Popping up now, getting to the top, trying to pull the triangle with 1 second left, and that's the end of the round. Lopes' hair is unfazed, as Trigger D would say. What a round.
That was quite the combative round. If this thing goes the distance, this will be fight of the night. The way they're throwing.
The way they're throwing, I don't know if it'll end. I don't know if we're going to see the scorecards here. It's going to be really hard. Like we talk about,
it's been 5 years. It's going to be hard to get there. It's going to be hard to do that because. But yeah, those two had.
No, it'll be hard to see who gets there first because these guys are throwing everything at each other. And you see on the replay that right hand to Evloev from Lopes was just devastating. But then the same thing here. Let's take a look at the stats. Evloev landing 65 of 75. Lopes only landing 25 of 35. It's the exact same ratio. Significant strikes, 12 to 20 for Evloev, 16 to 26 for Lopes, 12 for 22 head strikes, 11 for 19 for Evloev. And the control time is interesting, but I feel like it's still anybody's fight as we enter round number 2. Evloev and Lopes in the center of the octagon. Sean Sheehan sees on Twitter that's 10-9. Excuse me. Right, a left hand from Lopes catches Evloev on the chin. Caught him right in the jaw. And Evloev stepping in with a left-right combination. Right uppercut into the overhand right from Lopes. Left and then an overhand right from Evloev. Stopping the takedown attempt or the grapple attempt. 4-10, right hand from Evloev. Battling inside. Lopes winning the striking battle so far in this round, even though Evloev has been landing some clean strikes. It feels like in the flurries, inside the pocket, Lopes is landing more and finding a rhythm. Now circling around is Lopes. And if we can get an update on the Canelo fight, when that fight is walking to the ring. Spinning head kick attempt from Evloev does not land. 3:36 left to go in round number 2 in the featherweight division. Right uppercut and an overhand right missing by the Brazilian Lopes. Left-right combination missed by Evloev. He tees it up that time, jab, jab, overhand with the left and then the right, and that lands by the Russian fighter. Overhand left missed by Lopes. 3:12 left to go in round number 2. Right hand by Evloev. Overhand right missed by Lopes. He eats a right hand from the Russian. Left-right combination. Circling around now, missing with the kick was Evloev. 2:48 and counting. Head kick, stopped at stifle, but Evloev will land a left uppercut to the jaw of Lopes. Left, right landed by Evloev. Another left, right landed by the Russian fighter. Right to the body, overhand left, another left hand. Going for a takedown again is Lopes. Pardon me, Evloev. He gets it. 2:14 left to go in the round. Strikes to the body. Holding on for dear life. Multiple takedowns in 6 of his 7 UFC fights. Now standing and throwing in the mount position, getting back to the uncomfortable aunt situation, the unhappy marriage position. Evloev holding on, being held onto by Lopes. Body grapevine had the arm locked in. Trying to pop and turn here is Lopes with 1:25 left to go in the round. Just landing right hands at will to the body and to the head by Evloev. I think that strike cadence was in 4-4 fucking time. Hammer fist from Evloev. 1:10 now left to go in the round. Right hand. Damaging shots from Evloev to Lopes. Another right hand. Lopes ingesting right hands just continuously, and now lefts and rights, and it's continuing. It's preposterous how Lopes can keep going. 12-16 in significant strikes in round 1. It's a total of 28-5. Evloev in the lead here in round number 2. And in a tight embrace here, 29 seconds left to go. Evloev trying to hold on here. Maybe finish this round and finish this fight. Missing with the right elbow was Lopes from the bottom. 10 seconds left to go in the round. And they will trade off here and end the round with Evloev just punching up the ribs of Lopes. What a round. I'm gonna take a quick run. If you could put full screen stats up, MG, I'll be right back.
How's everybody doing out there? WWE pay-per-view just ended for those watching both. So, we will now go to focusing on final bouts here. Oof.
I'm back. Timed it out perfectly.
You did. Good job.
Start of round number 3 here. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by MG Geek. Thank you for covering. Who won that main event, by the way? Codens?
Mr. Rhodes did, and Brock bled like a stuffed pig in Puerto Rico.
That's perfect. I will watch that after this. Lopes stepping right inside, throwing a left hand to Evloev. Evloev with the shits, though. 30 seconds into this one. Got some caffeinated iced tea. To keep me going here. It's been a very long week. Left-right combination by Evloev. Head kick by Evloev in our third round. Two lefts by Evloev. Throwing the left again is Evloev. Lopes looking beaten. Not defeated, but it looks like he's gotten his ass kicked. Right hand thrown by Lopes. Another left hand by Evloev, and the left hand again by Evloev. Evloev has his timing down and is beating Lopes to the punch. 3:25 left to go. Pressing up against the fence. 3:17 left to go. Right hand landed by Evloev. Lopes getting smoked, possibly like a Stephen Kelleher trigger D collection. And his right hand's Lopes in trouble here on the ground in the unhappy marriage. Lopes trying to find a way out of it. Looked frozen in time for a second. Now, reverse waistlock trip takedown. Perfect takedown by Evloev, but Lopes will get right back up. Now in a variation of the Luther Campbell, looking more like a human centipede. Now in a more traditional Luther Campbell. Trigger, he's Dustin Goldust's brother. He's a half-brother. Whoa. Knees to the knee, just chopping down the tree is Evloev with 2:19 left to go here in the third round in Newark. In that variation of the Luther Campbell is Evloev. Lopes ass up, face not necessarily down. And Evloev, while in that position, kicked Lopes in the head. Kicked him in the goddamn head. Minute 57 left to go. Knee to the back of the knee, trying to Owen Hard'em kick the leg out of his leg. Takedown. Lopes going for the armbar. Lopes has the arm. Postures off in the cage. And now has it wrenched in. Evloev rolls through. And now holding on to it is Lopes. Can he pull out the win with 93 seconds and all the odds against him? Lopes now lying on top of Evloev. Evloev found a way out of it. Take a look at him now. He was a helpless case, but against all odds, Evloev stands to face Lopes. Fuck, Phil Collins was good. Minute 3 left to go in the third and final round. Back into the Luther Campbell.
He predicted a lot of fights. over the years.
50 seconds now. Takedown into the armbar again. Lopes trying to pull it. Trying to pull that armbar. Now maybe a Kimura. Now the face of Evloev right in the booty hole of Lopes. Lopes trying to pull a knee, an ankle, trying to pick something. His lock rolls it into a cradle. Picks the ankle. He's got the ankle with 27 seconds left to go. Trying to get the submission victory. Evloev, he is tired. He is flummoxed. He is trying to walk out of here with the decision victory. And Lopes doing everything, holding on to him like a child that doesn't want to go to his first day of kindergarten. Mommy, Daddy, I don't want to go. And he's trying to take the ACL away from Evloev. 4 seconds left to go. Pulling for everything he's fucking worth. And we'll go to the scorecards at The Rock. They have a fucking NHL game there tomorrow. They have a Stanley Cup. How the fuck are they going to turn this into a goddamn hockey arena?
What time is the game tomorrow?
3 o'clock.
Oh, damn. That's like don't go home.
They have 12 hours to turn that shit around.
You'd be surprised. Those arenas are very, very, very good at that.
Oh, no, yeah. No, they have their shit together.
Yeah. Here's your stats for this round.
Oh, are you going to the thing on Wednesday? Or are you too far from that?
No, I mean, I'm 60 miles. I'm an hour away, but yeah, there's a lot going on in the summer here, so I mean, we got SummerSlam, so that's something
that's fair.
Eyeing going, but yeah, I would, dude.
Lopes.
If I would have known the card, I would have probably figured out a way because the card is that of insanity. It's pretty much a pay-per-view card.
It is. I'm excited to watch that. Evloev 8:30 left to go. Young Ed in the chat. Evloev controlled it for 8 minutes and 50 seconds. He landed 172 of 218 strikes. This feels 10-9 to me.
Yeah, let me see what the internet's saying here. See what we can find for a reliable scorecard.
And the Russian gets the win, 29-28, 29-28. Unanimous decision. Yeah.
It was close, though. But...
Movsar Evloev, whatever the fuck it is at this point, getting the win. And just now is 17-0, the former M1 Global Bantamweight champion, talking with Joe Rogan. And the translator who looks a lot like Dave Smith, the comedian. Term loosely. All evil sounds like my ex. Look, guys, there's no pronunciation guide. I'm going off of whatever the fuck is on the screen. Thank you for ribbing me and thank you for keeping me honest. But it's a struggle for you, boy. But we're 2 fights down, 3 fights left to go on this card. Coming up next, it's Jessica Andrade versus Xiaonan Yan.
This ought to be a banger. This ought to be pretty good.
It should be a fun fight. 1-2 in her last 3. Yan Andrade ended a 3-fight win streak over Cynthia Calvillo, Amanda Lemos, and Lauren Murphy before she got tapped out by Jersey native Erin Blanchfield in their last fight. And it'll be very interesting to see how Andrade responds to a loss. We've seen her lose before, obviously, for the title and in fights before that. But at what what stage of her career, and we'll take a look at the chat here. The emo haircut tied with the mullet, both of them getting 2/3 of the total vote. Rat Tail coming in third with 26. Balded Tattoos only getting 6% of the vote. I get it. But let us know your predictions for the next fight in the chat. You got questions. You got concerns. You want to give us some money. Donate money to the Super Chat. You donate $20 or more, I'll sing you a song. If you want me to shave into a mustache live on the air, you throw in 75 smackaroos, 75 smackaroonies, and I will happily do that on the air, shaving into a bucket and or a bowl. I will clean that bowl.
He's got to make sure.
Alan Loves MMA is here. Alan Loves MMA saying that he covered the spread.
Mm-hmm.
God almighty. Evloev talking into the mic, not sure what it is, but he's thanking everybody. He's thanking American Top Team. Trigger D, what are you drinking tonight, and how ridiculous has your betting gotten? How ridiculous is it? But
yeah,
we need to know with you on Matt Ryan.
We need to know if we got to bail any of these guys out of a Mexican prison for their betting.
We're going to Tijuana, everybody.
I've noticed
now,
a lot of these guys,
now the second longest active win streak in the division with 6. And Action Bronson in the house wearing a Fuck That's Delicious t-shirt. Justin Gaethje also there. Shout out to Vice filing for bankruptcy. Irene Aldana faces Amanda Nunes next month at UFC 289 in Vancouver. That'll be the next time we're with you.
Amanda's cleared out that division. They're up to number 5 ranked one going up against her.
Yeah, but we've seen her lose before. Like, that's the weird.
True.
Like, she bounced back, but it's gonna. I don't know anymore. I can't make these kinds of predictions.
It's definitely one of those divisions that happens.
Yeah. Shout out to Trigger D. Proper 12 big bottle. My parlay. That's what he's drinking. His parlay is alive and well. Kron bet was a side bet. I'm staying free this weekend. Young Ed, that no one answered that question for him. Shut up, Ed. Stop that.
Ed,
stop that.
Bad boy.
Don't do something fucking dumb. But that next time we're with you is June 10th for UFC 289. Big month, the month of June. This month of May has been kicking my ass, bro. Kicking my ass. And if you want to hang out with me, have a drink with me, come say what's up, and also give me money, you can join me. Catalyst Wrestling on May 21st. We will be back at Shiloh's Greenwood outside Duck Tacos in great views. Tickets start at $25 at tinyurl.com/catalysttix. That's tinyurl.com/catalyst TIX. In the main event, Shane Taylor from Ring of Honor will be taking on O'Shea Edwards. We have Jack Evans. We have Peter Avalon taking on Darius Carter. Homicide taking on Deshaun Pratt. And the ugly sucklings of White Mike and Rob Killjoy facing the Tri-State Saints for the tag titles. You can go to tinyurl.com/catalysttix.
That sounds like an episode of AEW Dark. Good job. Because that's
Hey, buy tickets. Buy tickets to my show now. Nunes walking in 22-5. Aldana ranked number 5. Below Pena, Rocky Pennington, Holly Holm, and Caitlin Vieira. She is 14-6. This basically would run the jewels for Nunes in terms of the top 5 in that division. Also, by this point, we should have gotten into the next fight. Really, really annoyed by these guys. Taking too much time. I've got to sleep.
Midnight. They're trying to get this thing over. They're trying to get this like 1 o'clock, like they normally do.
I know. It's a problem. We don't need to do that.
I know.
We can go about our business. We can get these hose it down, keep it fucking moving, Dana.
Well, guess what?
God damn it, Dana!
There you go.
Why do we have all these fucking video packages?
You know that.
We don't need this.
That's not happening.
I got rid of the lore, motherfucker, for a reason. You want me to bring him over here? You want this spooky shit in the octagon? I'll do it. God damn it!
you know for a fact that's not happening because if anything, he's gonna make them longer. More video packages, pal.
Now, I really love the idea of having advertisements. Can we tattoo the advertisements on them? Is that something we can do?
Oh God. No, he wouldn't ask. He would say, "We are tattooing."
Have you ever seen Beyond the Mat?
Oh God.
Do you like gladiator movies?
Good Lord.
Shout out to Gorilla Productions in the chat. Trigger D. Good Lord. Am I the only person here who has not went to jail? I'm not built for jail. I'm like Chavo. I'm not built. Pardon me. I'm not. I'm like Dominic. I'm not built for jail. Yo, they are and here we go. Jessica Andrade and Yan Xiaonan. Andrade is ranked 4th at 24-10. Xiaonan is 16-3 with 1 no contest in your top 10 straw weights in the division operated by Zhang Weilei. And we're into our 3rd fight of the night, our co-main event. Toker 88 looks like it. Yeah, in all ways, Toke, in all ways. But be a part of the conversation. Follow me on Twitter at Matt Ryan Yells. Damn, Stanley! Steven? Goddamn! Well, we're glad you're home. Shout out to everybody. Shout out, free all my people. I don't know anybody currently in jail. And the people I do, keep all the people that I know that are in jail in jail. I know who they are, and they should be there. Around the world, what kind of globe-trotting bullshit are you on, sir? Fuck. Last time I was in jail, it was closer to a class reunion. Damn, Ed. Just damn. It's an interesting audience. All right, then. That is... Well, I'm glad you're old now, Steven. But we're getting ready for our next fight. Andrade stepping back into the octagon. I don't know. This seems like a bounce back. It's supposed to be a bounce back fight for Andrade, but I feel like this is a dummy fight. This is a spoiler fight.
Yeah, she lost her
in
last
fucking
fight, right?
Guam. Yeah. Like right. This is a pick'em fight for me because no matter how dominant Andrade was once, you can argue about how she won the title.
Mm-hmm.
You can argue about how she won that title and how she ended up dropping it fairly quickly. Oh no, it doesn't seem fun. Why would I? None of this sounds fun. Our sweeties are interesting people.
They're not what they told us they were. They may not be so
not
sweet.
And I think I lead a weird but interesting life, and then you see someone who got arrested in Guam for stealing a car. Trigger D hoping for Andrade by sub. We're all hoping that for that.
Well, at least it was good.
We're hoping that for you. Yeah,
I mean, you steal one in the Bronx. I mean, been there, done that. Everyone's done that.
Everybody's stolen. Steph, put it on a poll. Has everyone stolen a car in the Bronx? My man, you stole your. How'd you get arrested for stealing your own car? Stealing your own car. Also, have not had a drink on this show. Probably going to keep that trend for a while.
Interesting.
Yeah. I wonder if that's why I'm tired. If I get my Hulkamania powers from that.
Yeah, if you do that, and you're going to be up all night. If you were to start now, you wouldn't be happy with the results tomorrow.
I need to be asleep.
Yeah, you've put
Uriah
past
Faber
that
getting a
threshold.
hug. Yeah. Yeah, that we've broken through that O-ring quite easily. Tangled web we weave. Thank you so much for joining us here. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by MG Geek, Stephanie Sotilli in the chat. And we are here with you.
Danny White informed me that I don't have to be up early tomorrow, so that's good.
Yeah, Dan's nice to everybody but me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he actually told me to tell you to fuck off.
Yeah, that tracks. Fucking pain in my ass. But I am Matt Ryan, and I am glad to be with you. Yan Xiaonan, fourth largest significant strike differential in strawweight history, plus 192 every minute. Fifth most significant strikes in strawweight history. Walking in here, and our options are
the champion, right? This is a different Chinese fighter. This isn't the one that was champion.
Yeah, no, that's Zhang Weilei.
Yes.
And did you see in our poll now? Did you steal a car in the Bronx? Yes, no, yes, but not in the Bronx. And no, I'm a good Christian. And Andrade walking out with traditional indigenous Brazilian headdress, honoring the native tribes of her land. Does the bow and arrow gimmick and makes her walk to the cage. And right now, a lot of you motherfuckers in the chat lying. Straight lying. Stanley Franklin, 0 arrests and agnostic. Shout out. Represent. Andrade putting in the mouthpiece. One of 14 active Brazilian UFC strawweights. There are 14 active Brazilian strawweights. That is fucking. That's a ridiculous stat.
They just breed them down there.
Well, it's a part of the culture, man. Like,
big time.
This is, former strawweight champion, tied for most wins in UFC women's history with 15. Second most finishes in UFC women's history, 8. Over half of her wins in the UFC have come by way of stoppage. That's pretty fucking bananas. And she has the most women's fights. Most fights of any woman in UFC history.
I would like to know the stats or like how their education is. They must have jiu-jitsu in their school systems.
Oh, like, jiu-jitsu, luta livre, like all that stuff is ingrained in the culture down there.
Yeah, and then of course football or soccer, that's there too. But I'm saying like we have wrestling and we have basketball.
Yeah. No, I think it's a part of the cultural fabric down there. Yeah. Right. Taking a look at the tail of the tape. Andrade 31, Xiaonan 33. Height advantage for Xiaonan, 55'5" to 5'1.5" for Andrade. Weight and reach pretty much the same. And Triggity, I got to agree. Andrade does go on the UFC's women's Mount Rushmore for what she did, for the amount of fights she's had, for her success inside the octagon. And also, she's the favorite in this fight, which is interesting. Up against.
Who would you have on your Mount Rushmore if you could pick right now?
Of female fighters?
I have mine. Yeah, female fighters.
Andrade, Joanna, Holly, and Ronda. Actually, no. You know what? No, Nunes over Holly.
Over Holly, yeah. Okay, I think we agree. I think that's it. I think that's fair. And, oh dear.
Andrade just staring a fucking hole into Xiaonan. Minus 170 favorite. Back in the octagon after a loss. Looking to decimate the person across from her. In our third fight of the evening. And we are excited to bring this to you. Victor Ribeiro will be our official. I'm glad you've never been convicted of a felony. I'm glad for that. And here we go with round number 1. Both women will step to the center of the octagon and step inside the Monster Energy can. It's just ridiculous that the center of the octagon's a can. There's a can there now. It's not a logo. It's a fucking can. It's an odd thing. Feigning the bicycle knee was Andrade. Yan stepped in first. Both fighters in the left hand thrown by Yan. Kick missed by Andrade. Kick to the thigh, landed by Yan. Stepped inside with the left hand. Pacing around the octagon. Left-right combination. Both fighters throwing heavy here. Andrade missing the left-right. Left to the body by Yan. Kick to the knee by Andrade. Left to the body. Push kick missed by Yan. Landed kind of, but stopped by Andrade. Left hand thrown by Yan. Leg kick. Overhand left, and then a right leg kick missed by Andrade. Andrade trying to corner Yan. 336, kick to the knee by Yan. Getting up in the mix. Andrade throwing heavy right hand by Yan. And Andrade felt that one. Looked like she was in reset mode for a second. Had to go into recovery mode. But resets right back into another right hand. Andrade throwing flurries. But that right hook, right uppercut from Yan has been effective when she can time it. Once she sees that opening to throw it to the jaw, she's able to act on it. Right-left combination. Kick to the leg by Andrade. 250 left to go in round number 1. Trying to chase it. Andrade gets dropped by Yan. And this one is over. Andrade gets caught with a right hand. Yan timed it. Clip, clop, motherfucker. We get a knockout. And Andrade is a Cook City All-Star. What a fight. Right hand and down by Yan. She just needed to time it right and caught Andrade slipping and gets her to sleep here in round number 1.
Wow.
Whoo, baby. Whoo.
Wow. It's like she stopped and changed her direction. And when she did, she just pushed her hand out, and Andrade just
flipped her and reversed it like a fucking Missy Elliott song. Andrade was chasing with that left hand and then just extended, had the space, right hand, fucking crushed her, dropped her.
You just said, nope, standing my ground now.
And it was a blind shot, too, because Andrade had the left hand coming over the top. Yan had to time it, ducked under the arm, and popped her. Fucking insanity.
That's going to be a bona fide knockout, right?
That's a knockout. Whew. Steven, we're glad you didn't enter the draft. God damn, what a finish. God damn, what a finish. Make that a YouTube clip.
Sad. This parlay is dead.
R.I.P.I.P.
Okay. All right. Matt and I are
Get the official
contributing
decision
$1 apiece to your bail fund.
And that was considered a TKO. And Yan just getting out, just going to 17-3-1. What a finish! That's a bonus right there. That's $50K in the bank.
I mean, she just turned on that. That was so like smart. Like, I'm not going to let her stalk me down anymore. I'm just going to make my stand now, while I still have energy if I do miss.
Just found it, had the timing, and crumpled. And Jan being interviewed now. Rest in peace to that parlay and everybody's parlay who got decimated on that one.
Yeah, and
sometimes you bet the underdog.
It's not like Andrade is old or she's out. She's
not at all.
Her years, she's still there. That's what made that so good. It's like, okay, we found someone just creeped up, and so 2 out of 3 fights. Well, she got beat. Now, is this her second loss in a row? Yeah, it is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she lost to Blanchfield, and that right hand, you can't script it any better.
No, she couldn't even see it coming. I mean,
just right point, right shot, insanity, and
there's no point. I'm not even putting stats up because there's no point.
Yeah. Taking a look here on our last poll, the poll, did you steal a car in the Bronx? Yes, but not in the Bronx, 9%. Yes, 18%. No, 27%. No, I'm a good Christian, 45%. Y'all some liars. Unscrupulous liars and shanty Denzians. Yeah, I'm speaking in Mandarin.
Every time someone talks about stealing a car, I think of my favorite movie of all time. One of my favorite movies, Gone in 60 Seconds.
Hold on. That is one of your favorite movies.
Favorite movies? Not like
a movie where Nicolas Cage plays a man named Memphis Reigns.
Yes.
I'm going to say that again. Memphis Reigns.
It's a little weird. I get it.
And I am not finished. He leads a ragtag group of car thieves, including Robert fucking Duvall. And they're being chased by Josh Duhamel and Delroy fucking Lindo.
Don't forget about
Don Fry is in the house. And Angelina and Giovanni Ribisi. And Phil Martin, the fucking governor of New Jersey's there. Don't boo him. He gave us legal weed and fucking infrastructure, you jabronis.
Uriah Faber has to be in everything, doesn't he?
Yes. And shout out to Sean Bowser. We are getting ready for our co-main event. But you were going to give it a qualifier, but you said with your whole fucking chest, Gone with 60 Seconds is one of your favorite movies.
No, I just said that I enjoy it. It was one of those cult favorites. I'll call it a cult favorite. I'm not.
You said favorite movie. Your favorite movie.
It is one of my ones because there's one line in the movie that I always think is funny, and I want to say it to people all the time when they do something worse than I do. And it was in that scene where the dude was in the parking structure and the guy tried to rob him, and they're like staking out to rob a car, and the guy's trying to hijack them, and he grabs his gun out of his hand, and he goes, "Man, you need a role model." Always love that scene. Always love that scene, and for that scene alone, love that movie in a hokey way. I'm not saying it's a great way. I'm just saying it always.
Not
was amused
Ezekiel
by that
25:17. Not Frankly, My Dear, I Don't Give a Damn.
movie.
Not even 2 meatball sandwiches. 2.
Man, you need a role model. Yes.
Every show we do, you drop these pieces of information
That make you
that confound the ever-loving fuck out of me.
Hey, it's good information.
I would watch that. If you said, hey, I'll put Gone in 60 Seconds on after we're done here, I'll say yes. It's a fun movie. Cargo, vroom, vroom, boom, boom. Yes, it taps into my innate male humanness to see explosions.
Right.
My lizard brain goes all the way the fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
I just... Mother of God. Mother of God. Con Air, Trigger D, Gladiator, Con Air. I'll give that.
They're going all the better Nicolas Cage movies in that. There are several.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Captain
It really
Corelli's
is.
Mandolin. This is a Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode. This is actually... Also, the answer is face off, because he takes his face off. Also, I like that Gilbert Burns just fought, by the way. He just fought.
Didn't he fight like
Jorge
2
Masvidal.
pay-per-views ago?
That was the last one. It was 287. It was the last show.
It was a month ago. Okay.
I've heard The Town's a good movie, but Gilbert Burns just fought a month ago, and now he's fighting Belal Muhammad. What the fuck?
In the co-main.
What the fuck? In the co-main of again another co-main, because he was just in the last co-main. Is he Gilbert Co-Main Burns?
I was gonna say, is that his new nickname?
Oh, this one's gonna be a fucking toss-up. But if you like the program, if you like me talking to myself and to Matt, who I'm not completely sure is not a delusion I've made up and manifested, I'm not sure if it's a Fight Club situation.
Well, they might
Not
be able to
sure.
hear me. So, if I am a delusion, then they're all completely nuts. So we're all on the same page.
But he's MG. I'm Matt Ryan. Stephanie Sotilli on the chat, running things. Me with indigestion. But we've got 2 more fights left tonight. I want to know your predictions. I want to know your plans. I want to know what you guys are thinking as we head into the main event. I want to know what you're having for dinner. You guys eat yet? What are you doing? You home? You on the road? I know we got some truckers who tend to listen to us. We know some people that are working the third shift, the late shift. I'm not going to do the John and Jeff thing. We're 2 guys. Ugh. Stanley Franklin saying Belal keeps my picks. It's going to be very interesting to see who comes out of this fight. Gilbert Burns is a fucking crazy person for taking this fight so soon. Like this fight just happened. At least the fight's on the East Coast, so maybe that keeps his momentum going. He might be an East Coast boy when it comes to path of victory.
Well, they're doing video packages again.
Thanks, Trigger. Well, this one makes sense because it's the package before the fight.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
right.
It's not a. It's not a 15-minute baked-in segment for the main event of the next fight card. What do you mean they're promoting the fights for the next card? That makes no sense. We announce everything on the air. Are you fucking stupid?
Why can't I build it the day of, pal?
You
imagine?
They're there for the. They're not there for the fighters. They're there for the brand. We present a global spectacle. Our combat sports entertainment. Oh, I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it to be Ultimate Fight Combat Sports Entertainment. Oh, I can't wait for that day to come. Oh, it's going to come and it's going to be fucking hilarious and everybody on the internet's going to be so mad. Everybody's going to be so mad because this sport that has had a work to it since the very fucking beginning. If you don't think there's been works in MMA, you're fucking silly. Shout out to MMA On Point, who put together great videos explaining some of the more interesting works and double crosses in the history of MMA. Shout out to Tommy Toholt and the gang. But Burns back-to-back wins, tied for the third most armbar submissions in UFC history with 3, knocked out 6, submitted 9 on his path here tonight. And it'll be interesting to see if he'll be able to pull off the victory. According to Daniel Cormier, he's going to need to close the distance, secure takedowns, and don't be Russell Westbrook. I don't know what the fuck that one means. Triggerdy switching to ONE FC. How was that card last night? I did not watch it. I saw that Mighty Mouse won. But there's BKFC going on. My goodness. The fuck? Someone give me an update on the Canelo fight. Love to know what's going on that shit with those shenanigans. But making his way into the octagon is Burns as we get ready for our official co-main event here tonight. Rod Tang, I've heard that name. I saw that knockout last night. That dude was fucking bananas. Also, shout out to ONE FC. They treated me pretty good last year at a watch party for one of their cards. There was free food and beverage, so I had a good time. Canelo's looking damn good. If someone can get me a scorecard update. Sean Bauer saying
the scorecard update for you.
Presser. Thank you.
I saw that main event, and I got to tell you, the presentation on Amazon Prime was really nice.
One knows how to do it. One knows how to do the over the top shit.
Yeah,
and
just
Triggerdy saying
the way they did it.
Yeah, Roy Nelson fought for Jorge Masvidal yesterday. The day Masvidal's dad got arrested for trying to shoot somebody. What the fuck is the world? Just that, saying that as a sentence. And Muhammad from Chicago, one of 10 active Illinois-born UFC fighters. Yeah, the ONE FC belts are fucking huge. Those things are unnecessary. The belts are they're taller than some of the fighters. Like, I think that belt was the height of Mighty Mouse Johnson. Second longest unbeaten streak active in the welterweight division with 9. Second highest takedown defense in welterweight history, 92.7. And 8th most significant strikes in UFC welterweight history, 1,041. Jesus. That is fucking bananas pants. Muhammad, according to Joe Rogan, needs to establish range, win the grappling exchanges, and have constant pressure.
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna throw this up for an update for the Canelo fight. If you take this is where we about are. So this is your announce right here.
From Mike Coppinger, who did not have a good week. Canelo continues to lay a beating on John Ryder. Right now, it's 60-53 according to Coppinger. And Canelo might be closing the show here against a guy in John Ryder, who up until today, I had no idea who he was. Not a clue. Covered a couple of Canelo fights. I covered the Rocky Fielding fight, which was one of the last times Canelo faced a guy where you're like, who the fuck? You see the name.
That's the Coppinger. Okay. That's the guy.
Yeah. That's the guy.
His foot in his mouth.
Yep. More than his foot. PNW underscore made underscore 206 saying he's got Canelo, Burns, and Triple C winning tonight. And take a look at the tail of the tape. Burns 36, Muhammad 34. Height advantage to Muhammad. Reach advantage to Muhammad. 72 to 71 in terms of reach. 5'11 to 5'10. Burns coming in 1 pound heavier. 171 to 170 from Muhammad. And Bruce Buffer putting his whole chest into this co-main event introduction. And yeah, I don't. They just find people in boxing. Like we had Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia just recently. Those are names I've heard. I've seen them fight before. This John Ryder guy just feels like they went into that new boxing game, created dude, pulled him out, and yes, young Galendez caught him in that Nate Bird. He caught him in that Nate Bird. Burns the minus 140 favorite despite fighting a whole fucking month ago. It did get a finish, so it's not like it was a long fight, but Jesus, just the balls to train for that again. And we've seen that work out in boxing. Andy Ruiz Jr. did that because he fought like a month before the biggest fight of his life against Anthony Joshua and knocked that motherfucker out in front of me, God, and everybody inside Madison Square Garden. But I don't know. This is a toss-up to me. I think Muhammad might take this one though. I have a feeling. It's a sinking feeling, but it is a feeling. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, donate some money to the super chat. Be cool, guys. Be cool. Be a sweetie and join us here. If not, join us at patreon.com/Dan A. White. That's patreon.com/Dan A. White. Keith Peterson is our referee for our fourth and penultimate fight of the evening as we are preparing to enter into midnight here in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. Also support the Writers Guild of America. They deserve to not be replaced by robots. Here we go, round number one. Also, you don't want me to be replaced with a robot. That's how that shit starts.
That'd be terrifying. A Matt Ryan robot?
Not a fan of that. Not a fan
Probably
at all.
short-circuiting and everything.
Yeah, I already short-circuit as a person. Inside the octagon, both fighters are circling here. No strikes thrown yet from either man. Switching into the stance, Burns running in with a right hand. Muhammad out of the way. They'll continue to fluff around here. Leg kick thrown by Burns. 4:16 left to go in the first round. Both men electric footballing it right now. Hands up and a lot of jittery, a lot of momentum here. Well, thank you. PNW made 206. I hit that sub. Pretty cool cat you are. Well, you're a pretty cool cat yourself. Left-right combination by Muhammad won't land. Trying to switch things up. Head kick thrown by Muhammad. Won't land on Burns. Burns trying to close the distance now. Left hand thrown by Muhammad. Leg kick thrown by Gilbert Burns. Both men still trying to figure each other out here. 3:30 left to go. Left hand thrown by Burns. Pardon me, by Muhammad. Skulking around is Gilbert Burns. .310 left to go. Left rights to the body by Burns. Right hand thrown by Muhammad, but covering up is the Brazilian. 3 minutes and change now. Shout out to the Kraken. Hopefully crack through the Edmonton Oilers and get to the Western Conference Finals. Body kick, stopped by Muhammad, right hand. Both men back to center. 240, leg kick by Burns. Thrown to straight left is Belal Muhammad. Left-right combination not landing by Gilbert Burns. 2:27 left to go in the round. Head kick attempt missed by Burns. Pressed up near the fence. Burns fights out of it. Left-right combination. Flying knee attempt, but taken down by Burns as Muhammad. He gets right back up, though. Kick to the body, landed by Muhammad. Shout out to our West Coast crew, Oregon, Stockton, Sacramento, and in Seattle. Wherever you are, we're glad you're joining us here on the Matt Men YouTube channel. I'm Matt Ryan, calling the fights for you. 90 seconds left to go in this round. Been a real feeling out round here for both fighters. And remember, this is a 5-round fight. This is 5 rounds in the welterweight division. Kick to the thigh by Muhammad. Circling around. Minute 7 left to go. Overhand right, missed by Burns. Minute left to go. Kick to the body, Muhammad catches Burns with a left hand, sends him back stumbling. Muhammad now getting in a little closer, lands a kick, lands another kick, and now Muhammad eating a right hand from Burns to the jaw. 45 seconds left to go in the round. Right hand missed by Burns. 34 seconds left to go in the round now. Right hand to the bicep of Muhammad by Burns. Missing with the right hand was Burns. Kick to the body, stopped and spinned by Muhammad. Pacing around now, kick to the body. Up kick missed by Muhammad. 10 seconds left to go in the round. Head, kick by Muhammad. The Burns sent them spinning out a little bit, and that's how we'll end round number 1 here in New Jersey. What an effort there by Belal Muhammad. Burns caught him a little bit, but now it seems like some raspberry jam might be leaking from the nose of Gilbert Burns. Trigger D wanted to see the ball kick. Jay Daniel, this stream is good. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. I like that. Quick, succinct, to the point. Capitalize the G for some reason. Reads like a text message I'd write. Take a look here at the stats. Muhammad landing 17 of 42, Burns 13 of 30. All of those were significant strikes thrown by Muhammad. Same thing with Burns. Landing 8 of 31 to the head, 8 of 10 to the body, 1 of 1 to the legs was Muhammad. For Burns, it was 4 of 21 to the head, 4 to 4 from the body, 5 to 5 for the legs. So it is kind of a toss-up, a pick-em. I would give it 10-9 Muhammad, mainly because of those 2 moments where he caught Burns slipping. He caught him, knocked him back, didn't knock him down, but knocked him back enough to where I think that would affect the writers. The judges, not the writers, my God. Right now, Muhammad switching in live odds. He is now the favorite, minus 130 favorite to plus 100 for Gilbert Burns. Eldred Jones, Overwatch 2 with Matt on in the background to keep me up to date. Great evening. That is a pretty great evening. I'd say that. Your favorite video game.
Some good planning. Good planning.
Your 45th favorite announcer. That's not a bad Saturday. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I'm glad you're joining us, Eldred. Trying to pick the ankle, kick out the ankle was Muhammad on Burns. They get tripped up, and they'll circle back around. Both in the center of the octagon. Left, right by Burns doesn't land. 9-4. Muhammad has the advantage in body strikes. Head kick attempt missed by Muhammad. Round 2 of 5 in the welterweight division. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Stephanie Sotilli in the chat and MG Geek in my ear and yours. Muhammad switches up his stance now, leading with the right. Head kick with the left leg does not land by Belal Muhammad. Push kick to the midsection does not land. Burns feigns his own kick, does not throw it. 3:45 left to go in the round. Well, thank you, Aldred. It's very sweet of you. Both men standing in the center of the octagon. Time ticking away here in round 2 of 5 in our co-main event. Left-right combination not landing by Muhammad. Switching up the stance now. Right hand landed by Gilbert Burns. Another right hand landed by Burns. Head kick blocked by Burns from Muhammad. 3:04 now left to go in the round. Muhammad controlling the center. Burns looking to step back in. Under 3 minutes left to go in round number 2 of 5. Will we see a finish here? Will we see this fight go the distance? It'll be interesting to see how we enter main event rounds, because there's not a championship fight. When we enter main event rounds, how will that affect either fighter? Both men collide. Right hand thrown by Burns. Thrown to the left was Muhammad. Wants the smoke clear. 2 wild right hands from Burns don't land. Double jab doesn't land by Burns. Missing was Muhammad. Throwing that left hand, switches up now, leads with the right, does Muhammad. Switching back up to the left, kind of sidestepping into his stance switches is Muhammad. Kind of making it fluid and a part of his movement. Left hand throw by Burns. He continues with the left. We'll switch back to the right and back to the left. Using that back leg was Burns for a leg kick. Minute 49 left to go. Kick to the body, left-right combination landed by Belal Muhammad. Uppercut missed by Belal. Minute 39 left to go in the round. Feigns a left. Both men circling around. Muhammad controlling the center of the octagon. But Burns getting right back in there. Head kick by Muhammad doesn't land. Trying to find some rhythm, some cadence. Left-right combination by Muhammad doesn't land. Push kick, and it looked like we almost had a dick kick there, but seemed to not be. I'm sorry to those in the chat who wanted to see a dick and balls kick. Minute 7, overhand right and reaching right by Burns doesn't land. Minute 2 left to go in the round.
There's got to be one, right? There's usually one in a fight.
Overhead kick.
Card.
Also, PNW made you just pause it for a second, and then you'll get caught up in the mix now. Burns fighting his way out. Aldred Jones donating $2 to the cause. Some straight cash, homie. His prediction is Sterling by a sub in between the 3rd and the 5th. So that's our main event pick from Aldred Jonas in the chat, donating $2 to the cause, picking Aljo in the 3rd. Right-left combination by Muhammad doesn't land. Push kick attempt, 18 seconds left to go. Left hand thrown by Muhammad, but it'll hit the gloves of Gilbert Burns. Left-right combination. Burns' corner needs to read him. Don't let him booty you, bruv speech between rounds. And that'll be the end of round 2. No dap between either fighters. It is getting serious here in Brick City. Taking a look at the replay here. The takedown attempt, the takedown completion by Burns here could help him in this round. We got to see the stats, which will come up in a second. But a lot of opportunity here for either fighter. And shout out to his cut man, having his Bluetooth headset in like every step uncle you've ever met in your life. Taking a look at the stats here. Burns, 25 of 63. Muhammad, 30 of 91. Landing more head strikes and body strikes, but the leg strikes, 13 of 14 for Burns, only 1 of 1 for Muhammad. Burns not credited with a takedown. And we will enter the 3rd round, which will not be the final round. He's bullying you, son. That's, I believe, from the Leon Edwards fight, the first one. The kick to the leg. Left-right combination. Another left-right combination from Belal Muhammad. trying to create some space, and they have a dick kick, an accidental dick kick. Muhammad says, my bad. They'll dap up.
I spoke too soon.
And move on. Yeah. We got one on the board, so you put that one on the board. I know you guys all got your whiteboards. The secret word is penis kick. Penis kick. 420 blaze it in left and a third.
We'll remember that when we get
Muhammad.
to the point where we can do giveaways and like prize things, because that'll be
yes,
great.
We'll give out whiteboards as prize packages with whose money. 4 minutes left to go in the round. Both men in the center of the octagon. Left hand from Muhammad. Trying to circle around, switching his stance again is Burns, leading with the left now. Muhammad leading with his right, switching back to his left, trying to take Burns possibly off guard. Leading with the left hand, Burns throws it, kind of lands. Missing with the right hand was Muhammad. 3:30 left to go in round number 3. Leg kick. Burns almost trying to take down Muhammad. Muhammad moving out of the way. Throwing a left head kick attempt, missed by Muhammad, blocked by Burns. Leading with the right hand are both fighters. .257 left to go. .245 and counting. Right hand missed by Muhammad. It's out to Stephen Chapman. Dancing around with .234 left to go. Missing with the head kick was Muhammad. Lands that one that time, just trying to kick through the defenses of Gilbert Burns. .225 left to go in the round. Stephen Chapman picking Burns by a sub in the third round. .215. Burns steps inside. He throws 2 wicked right hands. Barely lands one. Doesn't land the second. And that one might have woke up Belal Muhammad. .203 left to go in the third round. Needed a body by Muhammad. Minute 53 and counting. Switching the stance around, head kick by Muhammad. Doesn't land cleanly. On to Gilbert Burns. Minute 38 left to go. Switching up his stance, trying to get inside, is Belal Muhammad. Trying to break through the defenses of Gilbert Burns. He's a hard nut to crack, is Gilbert Burns. Just defeated Jorge Masvidal a month ago, stepping into the octagon with a top 10 fighter. Muhammad avoids the kick and misses the right hand, does Burns. Burns missing 2 more times with that long extending right hand. Head kick attempted by Muhammad. Doesn't get all of it, blocked by Burns. Minute 4 left to go in the round. Left hand thrown by Muhammad. Another head kick attempt by Belal Muhammad. Leading with the left hand is Muhammad. 27 strikes to the head, 15 to the body, 1 to the legs for Belal Muhammad. 12, 7, 16 in that order for Burns. Kick to the midsection. That one landing on the ribs of Burns by Belal Muhammad. 39 seconds left to go in round number 3. 35 seconds. We'll go to the stats on a full screen after this. Just need to get up for a quick second at the end of this round. 25 seconds left to go in the third round. Burns gets inside, does not land a shot on Muhammad. Trigger D hoping Mr. Burns hits him with that Springfield, trying to get him on that 3-eyed fish pack is Gilbert Burns. 5 seconds left to go in the round, and we will go to main event rounds in Newark. MG, throw up that screen. I'll be back in under 60 seconds.
What are you guys thinking? This is a big fight. I'm loving this one. Trying to find some stats right now. Trying to find some scores.
And I'm back.
Oh, it was faster than I thought. I thought you were going to be a little longer than that.
No, I was just paranoid. I thought something was out of sorts off camera here, so I wanted to make sure everything was hunky and or dory. Trigger D needs Burns and Aljo to win. What was that?
So that happens all the time here, so I get it.
And we'll start round number 4. I'm Matt Ryan, MG Geek in my ear. Stephanie Sotilli and all of the fat baby on location this week, on vacation this week, but still in the chat. Stephen Chapman saying he need.
Want to know if our fat baby is actually helping send messages, because that would be awesome.
Yes. And Ed, I didn't use the bathroom. I was actually just adjusting something in the kitchen outside the studio. Kick to the body. And now Muhammad getting a little more emphatic. I just wanted to make sure I turned my oven off because I preheated my oven earlier before we went on the air. And I was just like, I know I turned it off, but I have a second here. I'm gonna just make sure. Because you can't bake potatoes without potatoes.
You know, it's better safe than sorry.
And Olive is supervising, according to our personal instant feedback. And Trigger D is right. Muhammad is staying consistent here. Landing strikes and lands another right hand. .345 left to go. Now in the center.
I finally got a number on the last round. There's where we're at. 30-27.
Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Coordinate.
I should probably bring you back.
Random people on Twitter don't know who that was because it wasn't Poirier. Gaethje and Burns trying to land a head kick. That doesn't land. 316. What left to go in the 4th round? We got one more fight for you. Cejudo versus Aljamain Sterling. Muhammad steps in, missing with the left hand. 36-20-1 in terms of head, body, and leg strikes from Belal Muhammad. 16-8-19 for Gilbert Burns. Left-right combination landed by Muhammad. Burns missing with a hellscape's worth of a right hand. Lands the body kick, though, to the midsection of Belal Muhammad. Muhammad avoiding the ankle pick by any means necessary, and Burns almost lands the right hand from hell onto Muhammad, but Muhammad scrapes by it. Just scraped by that attempt. Just a millisecond, a millimeter between him being in this fight still and getting his clock cleaned. This is 20 leg kicks from Gilbert Burns, outpace his best, which was 15 in a fight. 2 minutes left to go in the 4th round. Muhammad looking to step in and close the distance. Burns has not been able to jiu-jitsu and grapple Belal Muhammad. Another takedown attempt stifled by the Chicagoland native. Body kick and another head kick by Muhammad. Burns keeping his hands up here. Stephen Kelleher saying Belal's defense confusing Gilbert. It has thrown him into quite a quixotic state. Missing the right hand was Burns. Yet again, this guy fought Jorge Masvidal a fucking month ago. Trained to fight Jorge Masvidal a month ago and then decided to fight a top 10 fighter in his weight class in Belal Muhammad. Burns is a crazy person. Both in the center of the octagon. Muhammad avoiding Burns. Actually, the other way around. Head kick missed by Muhammad. Burns gets stopped on a right hand. .49 seconds left to go. Head kick attempt stopped by Burns. Burns again having to stop another head kick from Muhammad. 42 seconds left to go in the round. Circling around, both fighters looking for an opportunity to close the show here. Right hand barely lands by Burns. Body kick with the left leg, landing by Muhammad. He'll switch his stance again to lead with his right leg. Under 30 seconds left to go, 23 seconds left to go in round number 4 of 5 in the welterweight division. Pacing around is Belal Muhammad. Gilbert Burns trying to avoid that left hand. And Muhammad with a couple of significant strikes, lefts and rights, and does a little bit of ah-cha-cha to try to feign the strikes. And we will go to the 5th round here in Newark. 4 rounds down, 1 more left to go. For me, this has been Belal Muhammad's fight to win. Gilbert Burns needs to take these final 5 minutes and try to close this fight down. And Eldred, you're completely right. Win or lose, props to Burns for taking this fight on such short notice. 3 fights in 4 months for a guy. Yeah, Trigger D, that takes a hell of a toll. Pacific Northwest made 206. I don't know if he's scared. He might be hesitant because he's not able to break down what Muhammad is doing and find a way to completely subdue him and get the takedown. He has not been able to secure that takedown at all in this fight. You see his 0 for 3 on takedowns. Muhammad's thrown 209 strikes. He's thrown 98 more strikes than Burns has in this fight. He's only landed about 18 more. So you see the proficiency and accuracy against volume. And volume will look impressive, but will it be a definitive victory? Will Muhammad get the win at the end of these 5 minutes or sooner? We begin round 5. Both men dap each other up, stand in the center of the octagon. Stanley Franklin saying there's no excuse, Bertz. Head kick attempt thrown by Muhammad. Burns with 2 wild right hands. Leg kick does not land. Trying to go for the takedown. Burns gets pushed away by Muhammad. Skulking around, both fighters the center of the octagon. 4:18 left to go in the 5th and final round. After this fight, it's Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo. And that one's going to be a barn burner. Don't know if that one's going to last all 5 rounds. Left upstairs, downstairs by Muhammad doesn't land. Sorry, downstairs, upstairs doesn't land. Neither does the head kick. But he lands a straight left jab. 3:55 left to go. Left-right combination landed by Muhammad. Taps him with the left. The right hand missed by Burns. Pacing around, 2 right hands. Burns stumbles. Tried to pivot off that right leg, and he stumbled backwards. Muhammad not able to pick up on it because of the way their bodies were positioned. Kick to the body landed. Muhammad right now a minus 3,000 favorite. Burns plus 1,200. That is the current live odds of this fight. So Gilbert Burns, if you put a bet on him now, ooh, da fucking lolly. Burns eats a left hand from Belal Muhammad. Muhammad evading a right hand from Burns. Right hand thrown by the Brazilian. 2:55 left to go. Head kick attempt feigned by Burns. Did not get over it. Left, right landed. 2:45 left to go. Ankle kick landed by Gilbert Burns. 2:40 left to go before we decide a winner in this one. Kick to the body landed by Muhammad. Head kick missed by Muhammad. Foot stomp attempt by Burns with 2:24 left to go. And if you bet the over at minus 135, that's a pretty solid win for you. according to DraftKings. Right hand. Trigger saying Muhammad versus Colby or Leon next. I'd put that fight in there. I'd put that fight in the till. Right hand. Missing 2 right hands did Gilbert Burns. Kick by Muhammad. That'll send Burns a little loopy to the right-hand side. Shot to the body doesn't land by Burns. Minute 50 left to go. Muhammad looking to just survive and win this fight. He's got the fight won if he stays upright for the next 100 seconds. Landing some soft shots, just kind of landing some pitter-patter shots is Muhammad. Leading with the left hand now is the man from Chicago. Left-right combination barely lands on Burns. Minute 21 now left to go. Time winding down for both of these men. A minute 10 left now. Right hand landed by Burns. One landed by Muhammad. Head kick by Muhammad doesn't land. Another head kick attempt by Muhammad. Minute left to go in this fight. Overhand right missing by Gilbert Burns. Muhammad looking to keep pressure. Held on to the left hand and threw a right hand of his own. 44 seconds now. Holding on to the right hand of Burns and throwing his right hand is Belal Muhammad. An interesting strike there. 29 significant body strikes. Beating his best by 9 is Belal Muhammad. Under 30 seconds now. Circling with 19 seconds left. Belal Muhammad, unless some fuckery and trickeration in this dancery happens. 10 seconds now. Muhammad with a kick to the body, another kick to the body, and Gilbert Burns fighting multiple times in 4 months in a financial quarter. Put on one hell of an effort tonight, but Belal Muhammad was the healthier fighter. He was the better conditioned fighter, and he was the fighter better prepared for this fight. If both of these guys have a full camp, if both of these guys aren't walking into this, one of them on supremely short notice, this fight may be different. And the operative word is maybe. But Belal Muhammad gets to win and now is in title contention or in the conversation for a title shot. But Colby Covington has to go next because he needs to lose again, I guess.
America.
Ugh.
Because, so Burns, I got to give him credit, man. He did some things there. I wonder how much better that will be. If it will be, he wasn't prepared for this at all. So.
Yeah, no, Burns was not ready for that yet. And the win tonight by Belal Muhammad, you can say it's because of many things, but he got the win tonight. He's silencing the haters. He's got the whisper thing, and he's pointing above, and the judges will score the fight 50-45, 49-46, and 49-46 for Belal Muhammad.
Yeah, Burns just
actually scores 49-46. I could see 49-46. I think it's 50-45, but
yeah, but Burns didn't look right for a couple of those, right? So he tried, but there was a couple of times he looked confused. He just looked completely lost on where he was. And that's when I know
he was just
overwhelmed.
Yeah, either he was overwhelmed or he was gassed or he just didn't have it tonight. He just didn't have it tonight. And that's just how shit happens sometimes. We all have a bad day at work.
That's the bad part about being a guy that goes, yeah, I'll fight. You need some guy to fight. that's where because that could affect your ranking. You know,
I don't think this will have a lot of effect on Burns. He'll drop, but Muhammad just looked really good tonight. And yeah, and Stephen Chapman making an excellent point. Colby has not fought anyone of significance or defeated anyone of significance in the last 2 to 3 years.
No, it's his mouth. This is wrestling. Colby.
Yeah, but he's not a good pro. See, people say like, but he's not a good promo.
Well,
he's not.
In the context of wrestling, he's not. But in the context
of just talk, he can't. He doesn't draw. No. He doesn't draw on pay-per-view. It's been empirical. There is evidence to show he is not a draw on pay-per-view. Fair. He might draw some houses, but he's running some areas where it's kind of beneficial. And it's kind of a layup. When he fought Usman, like I just don't understand. I get it, but I don't get it. There's a lot of other fighters who can speak. Bryce Mitchell's a better promo than him. Like, he's not that good. Sure. I know people who wrote for him. I know people who wrote for him. And Martin Brodeur, hide your sister-in-laws. It's Marty Brodeur. Skylar Aston from My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Umar Nurmagomedov is there. Corey Sandhagen in the house. And Sean O'Malley, dressed like Michael Jackson in Thriller. Expected to fight the winner of Sterling and Cejudo. Let's take a look at the parlays. Plus 250 for Sterling by decision. Plus 215 and Sterling gets more takedowns than Cejudo. Minus 195 for Cejudo with 75 plus significant strikes. A $100 payment gets you $800 on that payout. That's not bad. If you could pull up the stats from the last fight, I'll be right back. Buddy. Now I have to use the bathroom.
I do too. So this is the part of the program where you guys entertain yourselves.
Can you just hold on for 45 seconds? And I'll be right back.
I want to trust the chat room. I was going to challenge them to be nice. But I will. So how's the chat doing tonight? This is MG Geek's only night to really like let loose for like 8 hours. So he does.
All right, I'm back. And I washed my hands, everybody, for those who are wondering.
I entertained them. I did well. I said hi, and...
You said all of 6 words. I could hear you.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do.
Now before the main event, I need to order dinner, because I was going to eat, and then I had no time to cook dinner, and then I had no time to order dinner. So,
I envy you.
Do
that? By the way, I really do. Just any time of the night, being able to do that, because I couldn't have it delivered to me at
greatest city in the world, baby.
I envy you to a point. Until we compare rent prices, then we have a problem.
Yeah, then it's not even. It's not even fair. But I am going to shout out. Has MG Geek ever committed arson? That's on the poll. Steph coming out and said, has MG Geek ever committed arson? It's not looking good for you, Matt. It's not looking good for you. But Steph, I'm getting you a strawberry lemonade for when you guys return to the office. Now we play the game of what will get here first. The finish of this fight or my food. Let the games begin. Actually, this fight will take place. This fight will finish before that. But I'm Matt Ryan. So glad you're joining us. It's time for the main event. It's Cejudo taking on Aljamain Sterling. We'll run you through some of the things leading into this fight. Cejudo is the 7th multi-divisional champion in UFC history. He's the 4th simultaneous multi-division champion in history. Only one fight of the night, though. 3 performance of the night bonuses. First fight in over 3 years. That to me is a ridiculous number. That to me is a ridiculous situation. And my food will be here in 35 minutes. But so glad you guys are taking the time late on a Saturday night to be pals, be sweeties, be a part of the conversation. If you've not already followed me on Twitter, there's a poll right now.
Yeah, I heard the poll. Apparently it involves me.
Yeah. Kelleher saying 1247 for people. Talking. Fucking Steven. And Henry Cejudo. And my mans with the glasses is back. Oh, baby boy, baby boy. I ordered from a local chicken finger haberdashery who is having a sale on General Tso's chicken tenders. Cejudo throwing his hat into the crowd, and Henry Cejudo walking back into the octagon for the first time in quite some time as a challenger and not a champion, something Cejudo has not been used to in the latter stage of his career. Stephen Chapman wasn't even a UFC fan the last time Triple C fought. Well, we're glad you're a fan, and we're glad you're watching with us alongside everybody else here on Mat Men. We've had a tremendous run here on Mat Men so far in building this new community and this lovely group of people who are with us over at the other place and are now leaning and rocking with us here on the Mat Men gimmick. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. Like, come on, guys. What are you doing? What are we doing here? Why are we not subscribing and liking and super chatting? Why are you not being cool? That's my question to you. Why are you not being cool? But I'm kidding. But we love you guys. We're so glad you're here. And we seem to be winning the old place. We're winning, and I'm very happy that we're winning because it shows how much you guys love the show we do. And shout out to them. I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad they're keeping that tradition alive. But I really feel we have something special here with this show, with this audience. And when we made that move, we knew that you guys were going to come with us, and we're so glad you took that trip with us. It's really awesome.
So I have.
Can we take a look at the chat? Yes.
Before the main event starts, how many? Is there anybody in here that started following this that were part of Mat Men community before, or have you come over from Matt's? If you came over from Matt's crew, put 2 in the chat, 1 if you were OG. I'm just curious, or if it's just totally random. If it's totally random, no one will put any numbers in, and we'll know.
I like Stanley Franklin calling Cejudo Big Head. Like, hey, Big Head! I feel like, hey, yo, big head. Everyone's been there. The Beatles were all hyped too. Hold on, Ed. Hold on. Hold on there, buddy. Hold on there. Lord Punisher 215. It's Brendan and I's schedules are just kind of a little fucked up. Virginia Valley in the chat. Shout out to Virginia. Lord Punisher 215 is an OG of the Matmans. Drop 2s in the chat if you came over from the other place. Drop 1s if you were already a Matman, baby. Already over here. And walking through the Prudential Center, you see the Super Wonder Pretzel, you're in New Jersey. Oh, I've had those way too many a time. Way too many a time. And you already see the entrance sets of the UFC getting a little fancier. They're having lights in the walkway soon. You got pyros and explosions and some tap dancing bears and a dude named Tim.
I'm telling you, they're going to have their own theme songs. They're going to be Pride. They are going to be an American version of Pride before it's done.
I would not mind that. What is Aljo coming out with, people that are able to listen? What music is he walking out with? Man from Long Island, trains at Cerro Longo.
Jay-Z, right?
I don't know. I can't hear it.
I think it's Jay-Z. I think it's New York, or whatever that song is.
Is it I Got 100 Guns, 100 Clips?
Yeah, I think it is.
That's Ja Rule.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Steph put it on a poll because that's an easier way to do it.
We're getting a pretty good mix of people that came from your community and the Matmen community, which is awesome.
My community, Aljamain Sterling, the current bantamweight champion with the longest win streak in bantamweight history, tied for first with 8. Most wins in bantamweight history with 13. He is tied for that record as well. Free Ja Rule. Marathon Refrigeration is back. I love you, buddy. Glad to see you there. New York State of Mind. Oh, that's what it was. Come on.
Oh, okay. I'm bad.
Give me some I'm So Brooklyn. Give me some LL from Long Island. Give me something that's not that song. Where's Ja Rule?
Well, they all got to do that song, right?
No, you don't. There's so many better songs. There's so many New York songs in fucking NY State of Mind. This song's a fucking meme. Awesome bullshit. Brujeria. But Sterling Aljo is inside the octagon. We are getting ready here inside the studio from somewhere in New Jersey. Matt Men live on YouTube for UFC 288. I'm Matt Ryan. So glad you guys are joining us. Come out to fucking rock the bells. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Cejudo 36, Sterling 33. Height and reach advantage significant to Sterling. So Sterling 5'7" with a 71-inch reach. Cejudo 5'4" with a 64-inch reach. Cejudo at championship weight at 135. Sterling 1 pound under at 134 because he's just fucking showing off. But it is time for our main event. Bruce Buffer looking like a swagged out Undertaker. Getting ready to make the final introductions in this battle for the UFC Bantamweight title. We may be in New Jersey, but anytime a New York guy is up here, Mike Bell, Derek Cleary, and Eric Colon are the judges. Herb Dean, your referee. Even if they're in New Jersey, everyone is a tri-stater in this situation. Sterling has the hometown discount. Whether or not it'll yield him a win or he'll be cashing some receipts at the CVS a little bit later tonight. Trigger D with a name like Funkmaster, you should come out to Bootsy Collins. No, or just come out to Funk Flex Bombs. Or have Funk Flex mix him to the ring, UFC. Why not do that? It's Funkmaster Flex Night. Funkmaster Flex Night. Hard to get a ticket for Funkmaster Flex Night. I'm Matt Ryan calling all the action for you. It is the main event, Sterling versus Cejudo. What is hit by the Tower of Power? Fuck yeah, Steven. Fuck yeah. Aljo said he's going to send Cejudo off to be a horse jockey. Well, that does make sense because the Kentucky Derby was this past weekend. So that makes some semblance of sense.
It was hours ago.
Yeah, well, yes, it was hours ago. I'm just saying it was the same day. It was the day that this card started. Because it is almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
And we're not happy about, by the way. I'm really not either.
What is Love by Hadaway? If you want me to sing that song, donate $20 to the chat. And Cejudo getting the full-blown introduction as he does some kneeling and some squatting and does some light soul claps as Bruce Buffer introduced him. We want the Funkmaster. Got to have that Funkmaster. Love that Funkmaster. Very nice, very evil. Oh, 7 horses had to be put down today? Oh, Jesus criminy.
Yeah,
I didn't know that happened. I didn't know that happened. What the fuck?
They were shooting horses everywhere down there. Yeah, it was happening. I watched part of it, and I was like, oh, this is... Kept hearing it.
Fucking
and then I watched
devastating.
I watched the Kentucky Derby, and then I was done.
Great story. That just made me sad.
Sorry.
That's all right. Aljo pulls the door of the Explorer, uses his backpack, and locks in the RNC. Lord Punisher with a great answer. And both men amped the fuck up as they get the final instructions from Herb Dean. Herb Dean calling this fight. The only fight I've seen him call on the main card, by the way. Interesting how they dole out those assignments. But for the UFC Bantamweight title, it's Aljamain Sterling taking on a returning Henry Cejudo inside the Rock. And here we go for round number 1 of 5 in the UFC Bantamweight division.
You know
Cejudo
Herb Dean?
evading a head kick.
Sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
Leg kick. Save it for after the round, please. Cejudo trying to get inside the kitchen of Aljamain Sterling. Sterling using his reach advantage to keep Cejudo away. Leg kick by Sterling. Double knee, bounces Cejudo off the ropes. It's pushed to savate kick by Sterling. Cejudo trying to keep up with the speed here of Aljamain Sterling, trying to wait him out here, evading a right hand, throwing one of his own, but does not land, did Cejudo. 4:10 left to go in the round. Trying to find some rhythm here as the former champion as he stares down the current champion. Feigning the kick, Aljo using his long limbs to throw some shots at Henry Cejudo. Cejudo eats a knee to the body. Now he's got a waist lock. Takes down Aljamain Sterling. And here's where Cejudo gets to cook. The former Olympian, the gold medalist, the world-class wrestler now has Aljamain Sterling pressed up against the fence with his shoulders on the octagon and his shoulders on the cage and his ass on the octagon canvas. Continuing to control the positioning from the top is Henry Cejudo. Cejudo trying to grapple with Sterling, who is on the bottom, has his legs pressed up into the hips of Henry Cejudo, trying to pop off the Olympic-level wrestler and former double champion. Cejudo now trying to pull the choke. Cejudo now in a position, both men on their knees. Heads facing each other. Cejudo in control, controlling the upper body of Aljamain Sterling. Has his arm underneath, his left arm underneath the right armpit, and now trying to get the right arm underneath the neck, trying to pull a standing guillotine possibly. Sterling avoiding it, pushing away Henry Cejudo. Cejudo still locked that arm in. That left arm is still locked in underneath the right, trying to create some separation to pull the head, and both men will get back up. Sterling now will continue to persist and try to get in and throw some shots. Cejudo lands a few. Aljamain Sterling with a kick to the body, once again stopped by Cejudo. He'll catch that one with his rib cage and try to go for the takedown. 2:18 left to go. Pardon me, 2:15 left to go. Push kick by Sterling. Elbow by Sterling, but stifled by Cejudo again, who grapples and wraps up Aljamain Sterling and presses him up against the octagon. Pressed up against the fence is Aljamain Sterling. Trying to pop up and transition out of the former champion. Now getting the takedown as the former champion. On his knees is Aljamain Sterling. In front of him, Henry Cejudo. Cejudo trying to pull a submission or just grind and work down and walk down Aljamain Sterling. Both men back up to a standing position, but Cejudo controlling it. Now in the face down, ass up, Luther Campbell position with Cejudo in front of him and pressed up against the fence is Aljamain Sterling. Under 90 seconds now left to go in the first of 5. Sterling still in this position, shoulder driven right into the midsection of Cejudo. Cejudo trying to hold on to the head, the neck, whatever he can to stifle the momentum of Aljamain Sterling. Sterling pressing Cejudo up against the fence, and Aljamain Sterling getting the takedown and now driving knees into the body of the Olympian. Under a minute remaining in the first round. Trying to take the back is Aljamain Sterling. In the Luther Campbell position is Henry Cejudo. Driving knees into the back of the knee of Henry Cejudo is Aljamain Sterling. Trying to get that leg to twitch and drop. Trying to dislocate that knee if possible. Trying to hyperextend that knee with 33 seconds. Now in the Luther Campbell with Cejudo pressed up against the fence and a takedown by Sterling. The Cerro Longo student climbing up the body of the smaller fighter. Now trying to backpack him, as we mentioned earlier, Dora the Explorer style. Cejudo holding on to the ankle of Aljamain Sterling. 14 seconds, he'll let the ankle go. Sterling will be holding on and backpacking Henry Cejudo, trying to lock in the finish in this reverse waistlock, driving knees into the thigh, into the hip, and a punch by Aljamain Sterling, and round 1 will end. What a fucking round. MG, I cut you off before. I apologize, my friend. What was your question?
No, it wasn't a question. It was Herb Dean was the main event of one championship last night, so he repped that one. Now he's repping this.
Yeah, where was that card last night?
San Jose, I think. I don't know.
Okay, so that makes sense for him to only ref one fight, especially after doing that. Checking in on the chat. Johnny Taylor, thank you so much for the kind words. Lord Punisher rooting for Aljo. Young Ed the Groctagon. Cejudo Jean LaBelle by way of Grapple Fook. And Cejudo and Denver. Thank you. And Wakamalu, thank you so much, my friend.
Denver. I don't know why I thought Bay Area.
From the Mile High City to the Mile Low City, Herb Dean, your official. Round number 2 of 5 for the Bantamweight title. Leg kick by Cejudo. Aljamain will go right into it, leading with that left hand. A lot more boxing technique here from both fighters. Body kick that time by Sterling. Jumping kick by Sterling, trying to get Cejudo back on his back foot, make him make a mistake. Leg kick by Sterling. Kick to the body, and it leads into a quick grapple fake by Sterling. Cejudo now tried to grapple up, and Sterling pulls away. Right-left combination. Left hand thrown by Sterling. Feigning. 4:10 left to go now. Catching the ankle as Sterling almost ate an uppercut from Cejudo there. Sterling getting out of the way in the nick of time. Now with 4 minutes left to go in the second round. Both men looking for a bit of dominance here, or at least trying to create some semblance of consistency. Head kick by Cejudo doesn't land. Feigning as Sterling steps in with the right hand, avoids a right-left combination from Cejudo. Feigns the knee, kick to the body, head kick missed by Cejudo. Stepping in, both men grapple, knee to the body, overhand left missed by Cejudo. Deathwish Dan, no matter who wins, cringe is the winner. Cringe is always the winner, no matter if we want it to be or not. Sterling 24 of 44, 55% of his significant strikes so far. Kick to the leg by Sterling. 3:08 left to go in round number 2. Trying to peel the takedown attempt. 3 minutes now. Cringe is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Kick to the leg missed by Cejudo. Looking for an option here of both fighters. They'll hand grapple in the center of the octagon. Cejudo with an overhand left, and he'll miss that one by a Kentucky mile. Both back into the center of the octagon. Fading the right, Cejudo. Trying to find a way around. Ducks under the attempt by Cejudo is Sterling. 2:20 left to go in the second round. Both men back in the center of the octagon. Cejudo trying to get Aljamain off his game, try to set him up for something. Making that right hand pop with Sterling. Didn't land. Kick to the leg by Cejudo. Left hand, right hand, 2 right hands, all those missing from the champion. Under 2 minutes now left to go in the round. Feigning the right and then a body kick by Cejudo, right hand, and then a low left from Aljamain Sterling right to the breadbasket. Minute 48 left to play. Left to fight in this round. Smash that like button, ring that notification bell, donate to the super chat, but be sure to join us here every month for UFC pay-per-view starting 15 minutes before the start of the main card. Right hand thrown by Sterling, won by Cejudo. Under 90 seconds now left to go. Spinning back elbow by Sterling. Doesn't land, but looked pretty, though. Kick to the body. Feigned the right hand. Another right hand from Sterling. Left-right combination landed by Cejudo. Minute 15 left to go in the round. Left hand thrown by Sterling. Bopping around as both fighters. Minute 5 left to go in the second round. Overhand right, missed by Cejudo. Kick to the head, almost lands by Cejudo. Almost caught Sterling on the jaw. He was bent over. Missing with the left hand was Triple C Cejudo. 46 seconds left to go in the round. So glad you're joining us here on the Matt Men YouTube channel. I'm Matt Ryan. Left hand feigning from Sterling. Steps inside, left-right combination from the champion. Kick, avoiding Cejudo again. And so far, Sterling has been able to keep this fight standing, keep Cejudo guessing, kick to the body, and not allowing Cejudo to take this fight to the ground with 24 seconds left to go. 22-17 in this round. Sterling leading in terms of significant strikes. Kick to the ankle, followed up by a kick to the knee. That was Sterling to Cejudo in that order. Right hand landing by Cejudo. 10 seconds left to go in the round. Punch to the body by Cejudo. Leg kick. By Sterling to Cejudo. 2 leg kicks. One by Sterling, one by Cejudo. Takedown with 2 seconds. 1 second. Not sure if they'll count that as a takedown, but it was a quick scramble. And we'll go to round number 3 in Newark.
Wow.
It is frenetic. This card, this fight is frenetic. As you see Matt Serra walking into the cage. The live odds right now are Cejudo plus 190. He walked in as the favorite, the slight favorite in this fight. Now he is a plus 190 underdog to the minus 235 favorite Aljamain Sterling. Pacific Northwest made, it says it's 2-0 Cejudo. I disagree. I think it could be 1-1 or 2-0 Aljamain. And thank you, Deathwish Dan, for your very kind words. If you like what we're doing here and you want more content, please like, comment, subscribe, donate to the super chat. That's what keeps these shows going. That's what keeps us on the air. It's what keeps Olive the fat baby with a bunch of fun toys to chew while we're on the air, and also food for her to poop out later. I'm Matt Ryan, and it's round number 3 here in Newark. We're right down the road. Cejudo tries to throw a left hand. Sterling evades it. 10 seconds gone by. Spamming kicks now. Cejudo tries to take out the ankle of Sterling, taking out that opposite ankle. He's throwing with the left kick of Cejudo themselves. The announced gate, according to Jesse Holland in the chat, $5,182,210, the highest grossing event in Prudential Center history, with an attendance of 17,559. Making bank here tonight, and the fighters will see probably $20 and half of an eaten hot dog. 4:15 left to go in the round. Cejudo has Aljamain Sterling on the ground, was able to get Sterling down, and now these men are just punching each other in the rib cage. And now Sterling looking like Randy Orton trying to hit the RKO when Cejudo let him go. Both men backstanding, overhand right, landed by Sterling. Cejudo missed his. And 3:50 left to go. Both men standing in the octagon. Sterling trying to take down Cejudo. A fool's errand nonetheless. Both men back standing. 3:40 left to go in the round. Overhand right by Aljamain Sterling. Missing the right hand was Cejudo. Cejudo now trying to stifle a takedown from Aljamain Sterling. Trying to use that thick base. Trying to use that fire hydrant-like body to not allow the more slender and taller fighter to get him down to the ground. Now Cejudo fighting his fight, making Sterling fight his fight here in the third round. A quixotic move by the Sarah Longo-trained Aljamain Sterling, now dancing, pushing Henry Cejudo up against the octagon fence and trying to do the same in kind again. And you can see some swelling on the face of Cejudo. Cejudo being worn down and ground down like someone in an unlovable marriage, just trying to wear him down because it's your anniversary. And honey, I took the blue chew. 2:45 left to go. Cejudo now sitting down with Sterling kind of across his back. And now Cejudo back up, but still Sterling putting that pressure on him, laying on top of him despite both men standing. And now in the grapple again, belly to belly style. And now trying to make something happen here is the current Bantamweight champion trying to get another takedown. Pressing him up against the flesh, you are seeing the indentations in the cyclone mesh of the cage, pressing up against Cejudo's skin. Triple C trying to get the momentum back in his favor in this round. 2 minutes now left to go in our third round before we go to championship rounds in Newark, inside the Prudential Center, where there once was a dinosaur barbecue and there isn't one now because God is dead. Minute 48, and they'll finally let go of each other's grips and walk to somewhat center of the octagon. Cejudo now controlling gatekeeping entry, as he was as bantamweight champion all those years ago. Now both men trying to go for the takedown. Great stuff by Cejudo, but now he has the neck. Now trying to quickly transition to take the back. Now trying to have the side. In a prayer position is Aljamain Sterling with Cejudo on top of him. The takedown defense of Henry Cejudo is quite excellent, as Pacific Northwest Made said in the chat. Minute 7 left to go in the round. And Canelo Alvarez got the decision win in Mexico over a bloody and once again obscure John Ryder. Obscured by the blood, obscured by the spotlight that shines for Canelo Alvarez. Sterling standing right back up with Cejudo with 47 seconds. 40 seconds now left to go in the round. Kick to the body by both fighters. Head kick missed by Aljamain Sterling. In terms of significant strikes, 16-3, 27-21, 15-6. And that's all the top line for Sterling. Cejudo, the lower number in those 3 rounds. Sterling looking impressive here. Cejudo trying and gets another takedown. The live odds have it as a pick'em. It's minus 115 apiece according to the live odds. And in the 3rd round, it looks like Henry Cejudo, much like Angela Bassett in the mid-90s, has gotten his groove back as we head into the championship rounds, and we'll see what both of these fighters are made of. Will it be folk style? Will it be freestyle? Will it be Garden City or Garden Grove? We're going to find out here in the final 10 minutes of this fight. The reach is a motherfucker, as Trigger D said in the chat. Well, he said the reach is killing Triple C. I added the motherfucker part because everything sounds better when you say motherfucker. Like, that's just empirical. My grandpapa taught me that. I'm kidding. I never met my grandpapa.
That's the one thing I noticed is the reach and the length. Cejudo can't really play with that, really.
Yeah. And here we go with round number 4. And UFC 292 will be in Boston on August 19th. Will we go? We don't know. Probably not, because we'll be doing this more than likely. Thank you so much for the compliment, Stephen Carasso. My food is almost here, but with 4:45 left to go, it'll be a race to the finish and a race to my dinner. 4:36 left to go. Left hand missed by Sterling. Kick to the leg. Leading with the left hand is Cejudo. 4:20 blaze it left to go in our 4th round. 4 of 5 for the Bantamweight Championship. Someone saying I look like an NPC? Well, I'm real. Go fuck your mother. Would an NPC say that? Trick ass Mark. Right now, it's still minus 115 apiece. It is still a pick'em. And thank you, everybody, joining us. First time, long time, new time, or last time. Right hand by Sterling not landing. Cejudo looking to have a little fun with it. Kick to the pectoral muscle. Bouncing around, 3:30 left to go. Leading with the left, Cejudo lands a right-left combination, knee to the body, right hand by Aljamain Sterling. $50, 42, 24 head, body, legs for Aljamain Sterling. 21, 27, 21 for Henry Cejudo. This guy's just dropping Pornhub titles, the one with all the mistyping things. 2:41 left to play, go in the 4th round. Right hand. I'll be right back. Since people don't fucking read text messages, I'm back. Kick to the body, 93 seconds left to go. $120 left to go. Foop at these nuts, dummy. Right hand by Sterling. Hitting with the elbows. Cejudo trying to go for a belly-to-belly takedown. 35-9 Sterling leads in terms of clinch strikes. That is just impressive. Hey, when I fuck your mother, and I fuck her slow, and I fuck her painfully, I will let her know how much of a disappointment she birthed. And that if you were a hand job on the side of a highway, that would be too good of a fate for you. Shut up, stupid, and enjoy the show. 28-13 in terms of significant strikes. Sterling again controlling here in the fourth round. The ratio is really high, and Sterling now sitting down Cejudo after Cejudo tried to power out of a takedown attempt, and now is laying on top of him as I laid on top of that troll's mother when I gave her the alabaster deep dicking. 5 seconds left to go in the round. Left hand, right hand, and then from his knees, Sterling getting up and landing shots. And that'll be the end of round 4. Aside from that, troll's mother vagina's hurting. How are you guys doing tonight? Been a fun fight, fun card. And Sterling, just in terms of the stats. A lot happened there, buddy.
All right. You want to see some stats?
Yeah, let's see some stats. $150-22 Sterling over in terms of total strikes. 94 of 166 for significant strikes. For Cejudo, 78 of 149, 46 of 116 when it comes to significant strikes. 4 for 4 in terms of 4 of 14 is Sterling on takedown. Cejudo 2 of 6. Those numbers are all over the goddamn place.
These guys.
Hashtag long Deke style. Is that Keenan Thompson? Well, there is a writer's strike, so it would make sense for why Keenan's there. Oh, no, I'm fat. Oh, no, whatever shall I do? Do I have glasses, too? Are you going to say something about that, you fucking used dildo? Minus 215 Sterling in charge. Cejudo, the plus 175 underdog now in live stats. Cejudo, in terms of takedown defense, has been insane, but when you look at the strike ratio and you look at all these different things adding up, Sterling looks like he's about to retain his title. And Butcho, yes, stats.
Which leads me back to why the odds were so in favor of Cejudo.
Well, he's the fucking Olympic champion and held 2 belts at once. You kind of give him that level of respect.
I get it, but he's not going to win on strikes ever.
Yeah. He might. Cejudo's not going to win on strikes, but he also needed to use the takedowns more and also the troll law, so he's just not going to be talked to anymore. 3:55 left to go. Right-left combination downstairs, upstairs from Cejudo. 3:44 left to go. Head kick attempt that was blocked with a left hand from Aljamain Sterling. That height discrepancy is such a motherfucker, though. Like, that's the thing. Cejudo has such great wrestling skill.
Issue, right?
Spinning back kick attempt by Sterling does not land, but gets Cejudo to respect the reach and the distance. Cejudo trying to do the bop and bang, holding up that right hand and try to set him up for the left. That did not work. 3:09 left to go. Now having bear paws out is Cejudo. Left hand landed on the jaw from Sterling to Cejudo. We are in the final round here inside the Prudential Center. Spinning back kick and their ankles get caught up. Tried the low bridge Cejudo, did Aljamain Sterling. The reach around's getting to him, and Bucko said it best. Defense is its own reward. Defense wins championships, but will it be enough? Right hand from Cejudo catches Sterling on the jaw. Cejudo now trying to get a last-second run here with 2:24 left to go. Kick to the ankle and then slows it down again and steps inside with a left hand. It's slow, slow go. It's slow, slow go. That's how Cejudo's been trying to attack in this 5th round. Big right elbow. Oof. That was a reach. And you, much like Aljamain Sterling's reach advantage, your arms are too short to box with God, son. Keep it stepping. Minute 58 left to go in this round. Left hand thrown by Sterling, and he lands that one pretty cleanly. Another leg kick by Cejudo. Minute 49 left to go. Capturing the wrist with Cejudo. Tried to throw a headbutt and a left hand. Did Aljamain Sterling. Minute 39 left to go. Both men back to a vertical base after another takedown attempt from both fighters. Right now, minus 550 for Sterling as the favorite, plus 400 underdog for Cejudo. Knees to the body, followed up by a left hand. The left hand missed, the knees didn't from Cejudo. Minute 20 left-right combination landed by the former champion. 16-3, 27-21, 21-9, 30-13, and 15-14. Significant strikes so far per round each fight. Aljamain Sterling controlling in each. Cejudo trying to get a takedown here with a minute 6 left to go in the fight. A minute and 3 until we decide a bantamweight champion. Will Cejudo be able to pull it off now under a minute left to go? It'll be an interesting question Trigger D poses if Henry Cejudo will retire again. That will be an interesting quandary. With 48 seconds left to go, can Cejudo pull off the victory? Takes the single leg again, tries to get Sterling down. He sends Sterling down emphatically, and now is on top of him. Now trying to pull the choke. Now on to Luther Campbell, trying to capture the back, trying to capture the title, trying to capture a win here with 30 seconds left to go in this fight. Now under 30 seconds, Aljamain Sterling back to a vertical base, but still stuck into Luther Campbell. 22 seconds left to go in the round, and both men now trying to jockey for position. Reverse waist lock now applied by Cejudo, trying to hold on and turn it into a victory here. Back to the knee, switches around, 6 seconds left to go. Bear pawing the ears of Aljamain Sterling, and this one is all over. And we will go to the scorecards here in New Jersey. Don't fear the reach around. And as we await the scorecards here, I want to hear what you guys think. Even stupid McFuckpants, who won tonight's main event? Let us know in the chat what you guys thought. And also throw some money in the super chat. Thank you, Death Wish Dan. That's very nice of you to say. It's very, very cool of you to say. And I'm glad there's a litany of you who feel that way and want to hang out with us every week. But the video's already on YouTube. It's like it kind of defeats the purpose. If you're trolling me to get me to react on YouTube, I'm already reacting on YouTube. So you've kind of trolled yourself because now you have to do work. I don't have to. I'm already here. I did the work. You're trying to fight logic and reason with impetuous internet stupidity, which does work. Which does work. And yes, we did win, Trigger, with that commentary because I'm very good at what I do. And thank you, Steven. You guys rule. Wumakalalu, I completely agree with you. I have no idea what that... I don't know what that means, but do you. Do you, kid. You get a gold star. You get a gold star for trying, don't you know? You're a sweet bean. But I'm also using you for content. You see the Kobayashi Maru here. You don't win. I don't know about that Pacific Northmaid, but here we go. It's time for the judges' scorecard, and then I'm going to be fat and eat some chicken.
Nice.
48-47 Cejudo. 48-47 Aljamain Sterling. 48-47. Winner by split decision, Aljamain Sterling getting the win, 48-47. The judges split, but just enough for the man from Long Island, the Serra-Longo prospect, to defeat one of the greatest champions and fighters in UFC history. And thank you, Hike, Bike, Eat. And shout out to everybody watching us here tonight. I don't know. That was a close one. I'd run it back, but I'd like to see Cejudo fight a couple of more times. Maybe get a couple of fights under his belt, reestablish himself, and then come back to Aljamain, because I feel like there's money to be made there. And thank you, Stanley. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight and joining us for an awesome evening of fights. This puts Sterling right in with Renan Barão and Dom Cruz for second most title fight wins in bantamweight history, one behind TJ Dillashaw. And thank you, Bucko. That's very sweet of you. If more people like you thought that way, I'd be making way more money at this. But we're here, and we're having a good time, and we're all on various substances because it's Saturday. It's a freaking weekend, baby. We're going to have us some fun. Thank you, young Ed. Next time we're with you is June 10th. Live on the Matt Men YouTube channel. Right here, we'll be bringing you UFC 289. So if you have not already liked, commented, subscribed, done the thing to do the thing, and join us live for that. We'll be live 15 minutes before the main card fights. I want to thank MG Geek, our producer. I want to thank Stephanie Sotilli, our moderator, all of the fat baby, and everybody who were with us tonight for an awesome, awesome, awesome night of fights. And there, oh, hold on, Sean O'Malley's in the cage, looking like the sidekick, the limo driver from fucking Wedding Singer with that red and black jacket. And they're talking that talk to each other. This does look like a dude with a bunch of face tattoos and braids arguing with a gentleman is the most Newark thing to ever Newark in Newark. Thank you, Stephen Carosa. I will enjoy my dinner. See you, Edbit, and be well, everybody. We're watching. Make sure. Everybody's making nice, talking each other down now. It's one hell of a night. And on that note, I'm going to eat some chicken and go to sleep because I got to get up early to call football. But for all of us here at Matt Men, all of us here on the internet, we say thank you and so long from the Garden State. Oh, hold on. Nope. It's getting spicy still. It's very spicy. They are talking a fair amount of shit to one another. Don't know what's being said. Someone got flipped off. Oh, it's a Strike Force. Oh, it's a Nashville. We might end up in a Strike Force Nashville situation. Is Jake Shields in the building? Is Jake Shields in the building? Get that goofy-looking motherfucker out of the cage. Just get his ass out the octagon. They're calling for a September fight. Terrible? No, this is
how we're gonna do it now? This is WWE.
Well,
right?
God, no, this is MMA. This is a thing that's happened all the time. Like, this is a thing that's happened.
Before, I get it, but
it's happened dozens of times. It happened yesterday. In fucking one. Like, we need to draw a little more intrigue. But on that note, everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us tonight. We're going to be leaning and rocking with it on June 10th. We'll see you live right here 15 minutes before the main card. And we'll say now, for realsies, bye. Love you.